You guys, I was here early today, 20 minutes.
What?
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, are we on?
Yes.
Yeah. I was here, this is the one day I was here early. It didn't matter.
It was super exciting.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, Teri and I both
The door
came
was
in at like
locked.
20 minutes early.
Nice.
Everyone else just got here.
Just so you guys know, I'm usually the last one here.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Just so
We
you guys
all
know.
arrived in reasonable times.
I was here.
It was all fine.
If you get here before
Everything
the,
was fine.
as long
So-
as you're here before the GM.
Just had to share. I felt like I needed to get it out there.
Everything is
Because I've gotten so
already.
much crap from everyone about being here late that I was freaking here so
You did it.
early.
You did
Yay.
it. You showed us all.
It's high school attendance rules, though.
It's futile. I had very good attendance in high school.
What is
So,
Oh, yeah.
internet.
Where are we?
Oh, right. There are other people here.
This is Second Star on Happy Jacks, our Star Trek Adventures 13th episode, wherein we shall see if this is a thrilling conclusion. Because I don't know. I planned some stuff, and then you guys are like, we've got awesome plans.
Yeah.
And it
No,
goes...
that's not that.
It goes every direction, and it's awesome. But what was I about to say? Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Behold!
I would like to demonstrate my GM prep for today.
Oh, for those listening.
He's been hanging out with the doctor.
Yeah.
That was just two fingers of bourbon
Yep.
poured in a glass.
And he learned what happens when he does prep. We eat it.
Right.
Yeah.
We eat the prep. We wad it up and put it in our mouths
Yeah.
and chew it and swallow it.
The
Yeah.
Tabasco scares me.
Speaking
Squish it
of,
around first.
to my left.
Hello. I'm Jason. I'm playing Commander Kalim, the XO of the ship.
Oh, I'm gonna speak now. That was it. All right. Hi, everyone. I'm Jay Holtham, playing Rorg, the half Vulcan, half Klingon chief engineer of the SS Barbican.
Hi, I'm Clara, and I am playing Epetta, Shazana, I forgot my title already. I'm playing the the Lieutenant Junior grade.
Lieutenant Junior.
Chief of
Daredevil.
Security, Adrenaline Junkie Extraordinaire, Ship Stabber.
Ship staffer.
That is like so wild.
It's gonna be like
Oh, yeah.
my Daenerys style title, like Epetta, Shazana, Ship Stabber.
What a good name.
First of her name.
First of her name.
God, I love it.
I've been trying to collect titles in D&D. My name's
Yeah.
pretty long now.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Build it up. I like it.
Wow.
I'm Teri. I'm playing Mission Alos, the ship's doctor. I'm a really good doctor. Feels good about it.
Traditional.
Hi, I am Adam. I am playing Captain Isaac Galata, the commanding officer of the U.S.S. Barbican.
Dave, I have an important question.
Yes.
Is that whiskey too good to go in coffee?
Yes.
It's real good, but if you want some in your coffee, I don't care. I brought it because it's good and I wanted to share.
Tabasco whiskey.
The
Don't put that
Tabasco
in- don't in coffee.
so good, though.
I would not
like
put
the
that in.
Tabasco.
Did you-
Oh, I would
try
put
No,
it.
I'm gonna.
Oh, you're going to have the Tabasco.
I
There you
would
go.
put it in
Did
coffee.
you guys drink Tabasco whiskey yesterday?
Yes, we did. I brought this on
I
Saturday.
tried it. I don't care for it. That's fine. It's just not for me.
More for us.
Is it spicy whiskey then?
No.
Because
Not
here's the
too
thing.
spicy.
I like Tabasco. I medium like whiskey.
It doesn't taste like Tabasco at all.
No, it smells like it.
Yeah.
Does it?
Oh, yeah.
It tastes like.
I mean, it did.
Okay, it tastes like candy to me.
I
and
love whiskey and I hate
Oh,
Tabasco,
that's yummy.
so
Thank you.
I'm not interested.
Maybe I'm just real messed up then.
Oh yeah, we're doing.
Sorry.
We're playing a
It's
game.
all right.
No, it tastes good. It tastes like candy, but it tastes like those Mexican candies. It tastes like
Like the tamarind. with
Tamarind,
the, like,
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it tastes like. It's got that kind of little spice, that sweet spice. I'm happy right now with this.
All right,
That
I'll save you a little.
okay.
All right. Hey, oh, there's a guy over there.
Thanks,
Hi
sorry,
there.
we settled the whiskey. Let's get into this
It's
game.
good. We're good now. We're good. Yeah. So, last time, some things happened.
Yes.
It was, yeah. Like,
Smoothly?
I think I said at the end of the last show, that at the end I was exhausted. Because I felt like as a GM, I was hanging on to the side of a ship, not knowing what was about to happen.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it was fun. And do you have a...
I do not.
Okay!
We discussed
So let's-
this week for
yeah.
those 20 minutes we got here early. He gave me a mini recap.
Right? Yeah.
Okay.
So,
You could
do a
yeah,
little
I will.
one.
Yeah, I can.
Well, no,
I will
I
improv
didn't
the
know if
captain's
you...
log.
No,
Yeah, I did not have time to prepare.
We can have a
one, but
collective
Yeah.
Yes.
ship's log,
Yeah.
as it were.
Adam's been busy. He just had a birthday.
I get it. I get it.
See, I had to get really drunk for my birthday, and I am now a band wife, so I have to go to the Renaissance Fair every weekend.
Oh.
He's a goddamn groupie.
Yeah.
Are you there every
I've
time?
been 3 out of 4 days so far.
Oh my god. Okay, I want to go with you.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, it's awesome.
I'm very excited.
But I do not have my weekends to myself because
I understand.
support my love vow.
Aw.
I do that too, but mine is beer.
Yes, yeah.
Your lover is weird.
yours is
Yeah.
beer and the rest of the boggards.
Yeah. Well, can I just stick
Mine
with
is
beer?
and Joey. Nope. You must drink of the rest of the boggards as well.
Oh, why?
Yikes.
What have I done?
Joey says no, you can't.
Oh,
Yeah, excuse you. I only have 11 other wives.
Right.
Like,
Captain's log, stardate.
now,
I will fill in later.
Mr. Black.
Oh God, we're all gonna die. Oh,
I'm into it.
Accurate.
God. Take 2.
We'll fix it in post.
Yeah. Computer restart log. We were chasing after the U.S.S. Null?
No.
The Null.
Narwhal.
The Null.
U.S.S. Narwhal.
The extremely massive museum and collection ship.
It's not a USS though.
Oh, it's just
It's
SS.
just-
yeah,
yeah.
sorry. It's just
Or just shit.
the SS. No, the ship. No. The museum ship of Elif Myre, Federation citizen who had stolen important salvage from Wolf 359.
That's right.
Our science officer and chief engineer, our executive officer
That happened.
and chief engineer.
Rough. I just got demoted.
That's right.
Ow.
Everything about you is blue at this moment, so I just blue shirt, blue mohawk, blue.
Oh, you fixed that
Boom.
situation.
Someone got
Jason
Jack is
just
so
Emotional.
hot.
added a burgundy leather jacket to
Woo!
you. Out costume to the costumer.
Hey.
It is very good. He feels so cool. That was so cute, though.
I know.
Yeah.
You're
He
so
is,
proud.
though.
You are so proud of yourself too. I love it.
The mohawk and
Yeah.
the jacket, yeah.
I'm
Should've
into
done
it.
the Mohawk command ride.
What?
Computer restart log. Go back. We are executive officer and
Log
chief
restarted.
engineer.
It always takes a second.
The computer's a little busy right now trying to keep the ship from crashing.
At least somebody's trying.
Yeah, you have to
Thank you.
wait in the queue for your time.
All right, jokers. I am not even drunk yet. We were in pursuit of Elif Myre's museum ship, the Null, and our executive officer and chief engineer formulated a plan to disrupt their warp bubble, knocking them out of warp.
That's right, we did.
However, the
Bing, bam, boom.
mass of the ship and its cascading multiple engines going out at a slight differential caused the ship to suffer massive structural and engine damage. We beamed over away teams to take Elif Myre prisoner and as well as the rest of the crew before the ship managed to explode. They were met with complications.
That's a nice way
About
to put it.
20 of them.
It wasn't that complicated.
It was
It's
complicated.
pretty complicated. There were a lot of 20s rolled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, by
That was a
someone
parade
in
of them.
particular in the chat right now.
That's true.
I actually just listened to the point where he rolled a 20 and got to re-roll it and rolled another 20.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Burnt that determination point.
Yeah.
I listened to that today too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good times.
That felt good.
Good old Betazoid luck.
Yep.
Anyway, so teams were over on the Null, and I got this. I can do this. Commander Kalim stayed on the bridge trying to keep the ship from falling apart and exploding, while Rorg and Epetta and Ubrazi took teams down to the museum section to try and locate Elif Myre,
Yes.
where they noticed her attempting an escape in a ship with the Saratoga wreckage in tow.
That's right.
Meanwhile, on the Barbican, 3 Klingon, right? Three?
Three?
3 Klingon ships decloaked. One of them mentioned that he was that name
That other
I
guy.
can't remember, but the Klingon guy that was our other suspect.
That's right.
Zig.
Zig. And we evaded them while we attempted to complete beaming off the civilians from the Null.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Epetta...
You're giving me the weirdest look, and I feel like I feel really attacked
feel
right
personally
now.
attacked?
I feel personally
Yeah.
attacked right now.
Epetta attempted to jump onto Elif Myre's escaping ship and instead landed inside the tractor beam.
Right, you did.
That's
To
what
be
I
fair,
imagine.
I'm moving just very slowly.
Yes.
But I just imagine you stuck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly what it looks like.
As all of the other officers in the museum area attempted to fire on the ship to stop it before it could escape from the opening
Yes.
bay doors. And that's when I decided that the only way to protect the Barbican and get our crew off before the Klingons fired on us was to go inside the ship ourselves.
I got
Right when Myre was coming out.
Yeah,
Yes.
you drifted a ship.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, we drifted.
I
We are-
listened up to the part where we couldn't get past the phrase "getting people off."
yeah.
That's where I
And
got
I-
stuck too. Congratulations.
Because I had to rewind it and listen to it again.
Because it was really
I was
good.
giggling.
My favorite part of that was Happy Jacks, and Jason says, "It's right there in the name, people." Of course, we had a lengthy conversation about getting people off.
What do you think Jacker Con is about?
Yes.
Oh, boy.
Anyway,
Happy Jack's nights.
right?
Yeah.
That was our cliffhanger: is the Barbican Tokyo drifting into the museum
It
ship?
did.
Well,
So
Fire attempts to escape.
I will posit a little bit more on the end because one, there was a complication rolled on your amazing roll to get inside.
I don't remember that.
So the you did manage to slew the Barbican through this docking bay door. I don't remember who. It was one of the guys on your team.
Yeah.
You
Smith
waved
something.
over like, open the door! Open the door!
Yeah, Christensen.
That's
Christensen was
that's
in the
right.
back.
Then the Barbican managed to just clear that,
Yes.
but Myre's ship did not entirely clear the Barbican.
Right.
So there was an impact on the underside of the saucer section.
Yeah.
That's right.
Can't moment.
Well, the ship did fine.
Yeah. The other ship got messed up, which is not on us.
Right, yeah.
That is in no way, shape, or form our responsibility.
That's
I
right.
feel like that's
That's
going to be clear in the insurance paperwork.
I don't remember which tractor beam I shot out, but I did shoot out a tractor beam.
You did.
I
You
don't
shot
remember
into the
which
tractor
one.
beam, which when we
Okay,
get to you in a
yes.
minute, you will be safely landed on the side of the ship. I believe I said last time, like that's where we'll pick
That's
up for
true,
you.
yes.
Is you're going to be attached
Light
or
loose.
in knifing range.
Yeah.
I think I said.
In knifing range, yes.
So
I believe the determination was that there would be 3 points of contact: the 2 magnetic boots and
a knife.
And the knife.
yes, and that's enough.
A pedicure ship stabber.
Yes,
Ship stabber.
like Garfield on the windshield. Like
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Garfield
yes.
sticky. That was the
So
agreed upon.
instead of a suction cup, it's a
It's a
knife
knife.
and a phaser.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Hold it right there.
My
on the outside of the view screen.
My only regret is it's not like a windshield or something.
Pull over.
Pull over. You're under arrest.
She's just inside. Am I being detained?
Oh, God.
Let me see your license and registration. Am I being detained?
Do we have badges?
She just rolls the window down that far and like shoves it out. All right.
Sorry.
So,
All right, we can do this.
so where I'd like to pick up is several seconds later. They are very long seconds.
An age.
However, there is now a large influx of wounded crew members coming into sickbay.
Oh, great.
Because
Having a great time.
when the nose of the other ship sort of grazed along the side of where the
Brace for impact.
deflector dish is, there obviously was some venting. It was into an atmosphere space, so it's not like people were sucked out, but it was still a pretty big impact, and there's a bunch of people that are getting rushed in, including...
Real quick, if you're just listening along, Jay is holding the ship up to the camera, making whooshing noises.
That's right,
So that's what that is.
Just to indicate where the damage was. Not the play spaceship.
appreciated it.
Yes, you
Yeah,
can,
okay.
and I loved it. I just wanted to explain for our
Listeners.
ASMR listeners.
Yes.
I brought the ship.
Here's an hour of Rorg
So
saying
easy.
whoosh.
Yeah.
Oh my God, would listen.
100%.
Oh. Okay,
Can we
cool.
just make that a YouTube thing?
Yeah, it's
Put it
just,
on a loop, just need a little...
More like sploosh.
it's just
Oh, hey.
JackerCon on the way. All right.
And we're back.
Did we ever really
Brought it all back around.
You can never go home, but you can always get back here.
I feel like this should be like a bus on a Twilight Zone episode. Like the bus driver keeps opening the door and people get in. He's like, "You again?" Pull up to the next stop. It's the same stop.
Yeah.
All right. So the most injured person selected at random from the pile of NPCs is a Denobulan named Rinix,
Oh,
lieutenant
no.
commander of the night shift on the bridge.
Oh,
no.
Linux.
So he has a like significant wound to his arm.
No.
It looks like it got caught in like a pressure door
Oof.
as it was closing, so he is pretty messed up.
Bad.
Yeah.
So,
Can't be fixed. with this.
You don't look good. I'm really sorry. I mean, I could offer you some whiskey to help with the pain a little bit, but I think that's not going to be all you're going to need. All right, let's do some actual medicine.
so
I'm going to scan his body or whatever and all that good stuff.
Sure.
Diagnostics.
You could do a control medicine or a reason medicine.
Let's do a control medicine, because that's better. Okay.
Sure.
Oh,
Ooh.
that worked out. That's a couple of successes and then a delta.
Oh, so 3 successes?
Yeah, 3 successes.
Oh
Do
yeah.
that.
There's one of those.
The momentum.
Right away.
So you managed to
Yep.
stop the bleeding and kind of get it under control. He's going to have to wear like a weird cast for a while, but he seems pretty stable. And then let's do one more medicine roll just for the other injured.
Just for funsies?
Yeah.
You get 2 done.
Oh, great. Well, these guys for the other one. Oh, cool. They're actually both okay because mine is a 17, so still 2 successes.
Okay.
damn.
Cool. So you get, triage under control, and you kind of get everybody together mostly, and you maintain your record of not having anybody on the crew die this whole trip.
Well, people may say what they want, but I've been around a long time for
Yeah.
a reason.
We tried so hard too.
We really did.
Yet.
I mean, y'all work very hard to die out there,
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh, also, to be fair, the first part of our mission was not real. So
We don't know if
But nobody
it's real,
died in there
and
either.
No one died in there either. That's true.
The closest that anybody got there was Trist with her, like,
Oh yeah. Yeah. The
yeah.
bat
Batleth
in the
chop.
shoulder.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. That's terrifying.
We still got 3 hours to kill somebody though. So.
Okay, great.
That's
Let's
true.
do it. I mean, Oh, okay.
Full throttle. See what's going on. On the bridge,
Yes.
you're just you.
Me, just
you.
me,
Right,
yeah.
that's right. I'm sorry. He's on the bridge with the other
only one
ship.
if
My
you
bad.
stay
There we go.
Excuse me, I'm on the bridge of my new ship.
That's just wrecked.
It's so rad.
It's not Firefly. You don't get to keep whatever ship you have the pilot seat of.
Well, he can.
Like, what?
He can
I can't
decide,
hear you.
today's the day! I declare my allegiance away from the Federation. I am going to pilot this pile of junk slowly at sublight
Yeah.
speeds away.
You can get away with it. You can go on with yourself.
Become the worst pirate ever.
Right.
Just, what are you going to do with yourself? Boy, if a real slow ship comes through here, they're in trouble.
Right, yeah. You'll be caught in my gravity well.
You can only fight the pack leads.
Just,
That's all you got.
Push button, make go. God, I hated them. Some of the stupidest episodes. Okay, yeah. Okay,
So,
on the bridge.
you get the damage report of the ship, and it looks like the ventral, right? Ventral is bottom, dorsal is top, ventral.
Mhm, yeah.
Forward phaser is offline.
Oh, shit.
Because it kind of, you know how like the next generation phaser banks are like an
Yeah,
arc?
yeah. Yep.
So it's scored right through the middle of that arc.
Damn it. Yeah. It's the ventral, right? That is
Yeah. So if you try and shoot somebody in front of the ship below you, it's not going
Okay,
to work.
all right.
But you still have torpedoes aplenty.
Yeah.
We have a toppy one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bridge to Lieutenant Jeff.
Lieutenant Jeff? There's a Lieutenant Jeff?
Yes.
Now there is.
I need those phasers back online, Jeff. I don't
Jeff?
remember her real name.
Jeff is
Everybody
yeah.
calls her
Oh,
Lieutenant
that's
Jeff.
the
British
Yeah.
That's
character.
Jeffrey Tubes.
Oh,
Jeffrey's
Yeah.
Jeffrey's too.
It's her
Yeah.
nickname.
That's
Yeah.
Got
nickname.
it.
Yeah.
So I don't think I can even do that neurotic voice.
I know, right?
I'm going to try. Here we go.
Great.
Is her in the chat room? Can I just call her and put her on speakerphone?
she has not mentioned yet.
Ew.
She's here.
Okay.
I'm getting to it, and you hear like venting of something in the background and clanging, like there's some like doing body work.
Yeah.
You're just like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Pass me the bondo. Like
Bondo?
The puff of an inhaler.
yeah.
I'll call out to the bridge crew. I need a status report.
Uh,
All decks report in.
So, aside from that one section that is now successfully closed off, like automated systems have
Yeah.
closed it, so it's not an issue. And the phaser array, there's not a significant amount of damage. In part because you still had shields up,
Yeah.
but when you flew in that big an object, the shields just can't.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But other than that, you're here. The ship that impacted with you is no longer propelling itself forward, but it's sort of drifting out into space.
Okay.
So it looks like they shut down their engines after the impact, but they still have some momentum.
Okay. Can we get a tractor beam on them?
You can certainly try that.
I would like to try that.
Sure.
Um.
So, the ship can help out with that with weapons security.
Okay. And for me, that would be what?
You could do control command.
Control command. All right, I'll take that. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be
Weapons
great.
and security is what?
Oh,
Oh,
I should add them together for you.
What did you say?
11 and 4, 15.
15.
Okay.
Oh, here, I have an extra ship paper I can pass
Oh,
down.
He
roll it.
doesn't have his character sheet anyway, so he can have
Even
it.
though it's good, but I'll
I mean, but if you wanted one too.
Oh! Ooh, we got 4 successes on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
It's successfully tractor beamed a stationary
Yeah.
ship.
hey, we gotta celebrate the
Might
wins.
get away.
We gotta
We
celebrate
got
the
an
wins
extra
here.
momentum.
We
So-
don't.
I'll take it.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
so it was actually a little more difficult than you thought. because you assumed at the range it is,
Yeah.
you can't miss.
Right. Yeah.
It's
yeah. Right.
look,
It's right there.
behold
Just
it.
hit us.
Right.
Yeah. But the tractor beam, when it reaches out, it almost like it wants to slip off.
Oh.
Okay.
Like there's something about that shiny hull of the ship
Yeah.
that makes it difficult to grab onto. But you managed it.
Okay.
So it halts its forward momentum.
You stole the wrong ship.
Yet.
Yes. He's all point-to-point transfer onto weird shiny ship.
wait, yeah.
It's time to go.
But as a matter of fact, yes.
Good question.
For sure.
That
That can
is-
happen in a moment.
All right.
Okay.
But I think the most important thing we have to do right now...
Oh my god, yes.
I was wondering, like, can you tractor beam instead of hitting the ship? Can you just hit me and attack?
No, you're underneath it.
True.
So it is between you and the Barbican. But you are now in range. Would you like to make, let's say, fitness security?
To be fair, I had thought I would just start on the ship.
You guys.
There's still a chance I'm gonna fuck this up and just slide right
Yeah,
off the
it's
bottom.
a real low chance. It's not going to be that difficult.
I'm super excited about this chance, though.
Well, I'm looking at the ship. I'm like, why don't I have fitness on here? Let's do. You said fitness security?
Fitness and security, yep.
Okay. There's a chance I could still fuck this up.
Hooray!
Okay, well
No.
that's two. That's one success. Two successes.
Two successes.
Two. That's three successes.
Oh, yeah.
Very good. So,
I can spend.
just keep giving these out like candy. All right.
Yeah.
Uh,
Good job,
so,
team.
Yeah.
it had some forward momentum and was pulling you along. It stopped,
Oh, fun.
and you drifted into it. Like, you're still kind of in its tractor beam, so you're not, like, splat, but you drifted up to it. You managed to get your knife wedged in a seam in the hull plating. But you don't actually see any
It's unseemly.
windows.
Oh, fun. It's not
Like,
even
it's all uniformly shiny.
I've seen you.
But forward from your position, if you want to start scrabbling that direction, there is damage where it impacted.
Okay, so that there might be like a thin enough place I can.
Yeah, or even a gouge that you could climb into a room or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to.
Yeah.
Trying to do at this point. So I'm gonna, ice climb my way around the
Yeah.
side.
You can for sure do that. And when you get there, you actually notice that your magnetic boots have a hard time locking onto it. Same thing.
Very fancy.
Yeah.
Like, it's almost like if somebody put a brick between your magnetic boots and whatever they're trying to hold on to.
It's just
So, like,
a little-
it grabs a little bit, and you kind of get some traction, but not enough that you could, like, stand up and walk upside down or
Awesome.
anything like that.
Best core workout ever.
Right?
Awesome. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start, to the other
So
side.
you are scrabbling forward along the hull.
Yeah, this whole thing looks ridiculous.
Cool.
I love it.
So yeah, I'm on the floor of the ship, and I tap the thing, and I'll tap the little communicator. I'm like, point-to-point transfer, aim for what looks like the bridge of that ship.
All right.
Send me and Smithson.
Okay. Let's see.
Phasers out.
You have several. You have
I've
a
got
whole
a-
team there, don't you?
I've got a whole team, but I'm
Yeah.
gonna leave some of them here to deal with, Murray's people.
Oh, no. Murray's people are all on the Barbican now.
You finished
okay,
that.
well,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
got-
all the
including the
civilians
notes from
off.
there? Okay.
Yeah. So we would be trying to get you guys off the ship next anyway.
Oh, okay, cool. So yeah,
So,
then
yeah.
we'll all go. So then we'll all go.
Okay.
Quick question: the escape ship, is that the size of like an escape pod, or are we talking like another ship?
It's another ship.
Okay.
It's not Barbican big, but I mean that's 400 people.
Yeah.
It's more in the range you'd assume that maybe 100 people packed in tight.
Okay. Cool.
So maybe like a quarter of the size of
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steal the crap out of that ship.
But a lot of it is, shape-wise, it's sort of like an SR-71 Blackbird.
Yeah.
Right? It's sort of long and it looks like that shiny silver ship from Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I sort of had in my head it was smaller.
It is. Yeah, yeah. It's not
I love that.
big, but it's big enough that there obviously would be like some cabins inside and stuff.
Cool.
Cool. So let's do How about sensor security from the ship
All right.
for the beaming?
Is that...
I mean, I can roll that.
Oh, that's 14.
Sensor security.
And then, if you want to roll for yourself,
Yeah. Well, okay.
how about a daring engineering?
Daring engineering. So that's
Yeah.
14 for me. Someone want to roll for the ship?
The ship is a 14.
Just one for the ship.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry guys.
Oh,
I'm
no!
doing so well.
Actually, I failed on both of my rolls.
Uh-oh.
So
And
all
with a
three
complication.
fails.
3 fails and a
And a complication.
Oh, but you know
Okay.
what?
Wait, what were you trying
Hold
to
on.
accomplish?
Hold on.
It's just beaming on.
Oh, you
my
can
ship.
buy an extra one, sure.
Do me
Great.
a favor and don't complicate
It's
It's
yourself.
gonna be real tough.
too
Can I
hard.
reroll or do I
Yeah,
die?
I mean, at most we're gonna get one. We probably...
You could get two if you roll a crit.
Yeah.
If you roll a
And
crit.
not have a 20? Or can you not?
It's not a re-roll, it's a buy an extra
Oh,
die.
But
Okay.
if you have like determination and like can challenge a value or I think you can spend a point of determination
Yes.
to re-roll everything, right?
Yes, you can. If one of your values applies.
None of my values really apply here.
Okay.
You know, there's a will, there's a way. But I mean, I'm trying to do something. It's not really challenging it.
Yeah.
And what is untapped potential? I feel like I never use untapped potential.
Untapped potential is when you spend momentum, you get a chance to get momentum back after the roll.
After the roll.
Yeah. So it looks like that's a failure.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we could try.
No, let's save it.
Get a
Let's-
crit.
It's early. Let's save
I'm
it.
probably not going to crit.
Yeah.
All right. So you and your engineering team are grabbed up in the transporter beam,
Yeah.
and
Don't turn us inside out.
no, that's if a character's gonna die, it's not gonna be a transporter accident because that's some bullshit. Like,
You could teleport to the side of the ship like I had.
like
They
yes, you and your team
yeah.
just splat against the
Yeah.
side of the ship next to her,
Which
and
is
she's
a
like,
massive
"Hi."
bodies all together.
Oh god!
Oh god, no!
It actually merges you and Smith Simpson together, and you
That's-
become Rorg Simpson.
Rorg, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Rorg, son of Sun. No. So here's what's gonna happen.
though. Okay.
You are transported away from the deck, and you are in that never land between in the pattern buffer for what feels like a really long time.
Yeah.
You get a call from the transporter
Yeah.
chief that there's something wrong with the transport that they were trying to do. And he's trying to pull them back onto the Barbican.
Alright.
But something about that ship, the targeting scanner for the transporter, just it thought it had a lock on where they were going, and then just didn't work.
So, first priority is to get them safely back on board, or safely rematerialized at least, but then find a way through that ship.
Sure. So, let's do one roll,
Buddy!
and this will determine the fate of Rorg and the engineering team.
Okay. Can I assist with command?
You absolutely can. And then somebody could roll for the ship. Again,
I'll roll for the ship.
sure.
I'm out.
And then, yeah, you have some momentum.
What are
So
we
that's
using
3
for the
dice.
ship?
Yeah, let's...
For the ship, do how about computers engineering?
Computers
Yes.
engineering.
spend a momentum and get us an extra die.
12. Yep.
Yes, please.
Is that 4? And then the ship?
And
One
the-
for the ship?
Yep. 1 for the ship,
Alright.
right?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So that's 4 total dice.
Okay.
Yeah. So you got an extra die.
Yeah, okay. So we got 5 total. So
Mhm.
I'm assisting.
No, 4 total.
Oh.
Because you're 2, you bought 1, and he has 1 for the ship.
Oh, I thought he's... Oh,
He's
this is
rolling
my
the ship.
roll.
Yeah, it's
This is your roll.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
This
all
is
right.
your fault.
Oh, God. Okay. All right. One.
You are the only person on the ship,
Yeah.
aside from the doctor. You could
Okay.
be like, Doctor, quickly, to the transporter room!
Oh, God. Okay. That was for the ship?
That's for the ship.
Okay, good, because it always crits. Ooh, hey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
5 successes, no
Or,
complications.
yeah, 5 successes.
Good grief.
No, 6 successes.
6 successes, no
Yeah, both of
complications.
these crit. That one crits. Yeah.
No, this isn't a crit. That's a 3.
Yeah, but it is under.
it's under your thing, right?
Under my command of 5.
Woohoo!
Look at all that momentum. We got
So,
momentum.
it takes a while. Eventually, the chime of the transporter powers up, and you appear.
Woo.
Yeah, it was rough though. Like
Yeah.
everybody on the team's kind of holding their stomach, like, ooh, yeah.
Oh, Rocky.
Rorg, tell me your team is with me.
We're here, Skip. We're good to go.
The complication from the previous fail, though, is going to be that the transporters are offline for a little while.
Oh,
Oh
shit.
no!
No.
Yeah.
Sorry, Skip. It looks like the transporters are going to be down for a bit.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
appreciate your security expertise, but we need you engineering the hell
On
out
my
of
way.
this. Yeah. Commander Kalim and Lieutenant Shazaner, want to report in? What's your status?
What is my status?
Well, last I heard, you were on the bridge of the other ship.
Uh-huh.
What are you doing there?
Great.
Yeah.
So
Now's a great time.
I do need a slight memory refresher.
Okay.
We're on. I'm on the bridge of the big ship.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And
You were doing all kinds of things at the console, just
You were
trying
sort
to
of
keep
like-
shields in
Right.
place,
Yeah, like you
keeping it together.
You were
structuring
rotating the ship to try and keep the Klingons on the wrong side of things.
Yeah.
right to
and-
protect
Yeah.
the Barbican.
Mhm.
And you were
And-
trying to close the door, then you were trying to open the door.
Right. But then the Klingons fucked off and were.
No, they're out there.
Oh. I thought
We haven't gotten to their
Yeah,
turn
no,
yet.
they're still flying around.
Yeah.
Okay.
He ducked in here with the whole ship to avoid them
Okay.
because they seem to start figuring out how their ships worked.
Now, Federation-wise, we're within our rights to fire on the Klingons, right?
They haven't fired on you, but they've been aggressive.
Right.
And they are in Federation space, but right now we're allies, so that's not necessarily.
And I forget. Did you send like a warning over the radio?
I
or
don't
something?
remember because I only got to listen to the last 40 minutes, so I forgot.
They're hijacked. Remember?
Oh, that's right. They were hijacked by
yeah.
the
And we
the,
knew that.
Yeah, the Klingon was.
That's right.
Right.
I remember.
They were
The
hijacked by
Klingon acted real
eugenics
weird
people.
on
Yeah.
the bridge.
Yeah, they have
We
eugenics
assume.
people. Eugenics
And-
people are flying those ships because they also were flying wonky.
Yeah, they were
So
just
they didn't know
not
what was
well
going on.
coordinated.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
And they decloaked right in front of you and didn't shoot.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
Klingons always do that, like, speedy swoop attack.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what was going on.
Yeah.
So they're just circling around as far as
They were kind of navigating around this huge ship trying to follow the Barbican's evasive maneuvers.
Yeah.
And they're trying to dodge space debris. You've probably seen one of them at least clip a piece of salvage as they're flying.
Yeah.
So one of them probably has one less wing cannon. You know, that kind of stuff.
Okay. In my, trying to keep systems operational as everything's kind of fritzed, is there much of a weapon array available?
It seems like the weapons on the ship are mainly like a distributed sort of point defense kind of a thing.
Right.
So it doesn't have photon torpedoes. It doesn't have stuff that would be like restricted kind of tech,
Yeah.
other than the cloaking device. But that's not something that people can see from the outside.
Or from the outside when it's on.
That's right.
Or,
But it does, like this. Like I said, this point defense sort of system is enough that, like, if anything gets within a short range,
yeah.
it can start firing out, kind of like in waves of like short phaser fire.
Okay. But you all chased what's her face out the airlock?
No, we chased her basically to the hangar,
Yeah.
and then apparently she got into this shiny ship
And was trying to leave.
Leave with the wreckage of the Saratoga, bumped into our ship, the Barbican, as it was coming in, and now everyone is just sort of like hanging out
Taking a minute.
in
yeah.
the like doorway.
So they're in the hangar.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
This was all reviewed in a significant detail in my recap.
Wow. Wow. I was like, I don't think so. I was
was
here
so
too,
bad.
and I don't think
I
any
was,
of that
I was mostly paying attention.
happened. And I also had 20 minutes ahead of all you guys with Adam outside and got none of this. So let's go on.
Okay.
Lies.
Lying.
Okay. So I'll report in. I'll open the channel to the captain and
Episode 13. Sorry.
I have nominal control of the ship's systems. I can make the hangar bay accessible or less accessible depending on what you need. There is not much in the way of defensive capabilities. I await your orders.
Understood. We need to get everybody back on the Barbican and find a way to deal with these Klingons. We have the engineering teams back aboard the Barbican. It's just you, and we do not seem to have a location on Lieutenant Shazaner.
Right. And also, just out of character, the counselor was with us, right?
No, Ubrasi.
Ubrasi.
Yeah, was Trist with?
No, I thought she stayed. She was still on the.
She's still on the ship.
Yeah,
Ship.
she's still in the Barbican.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Because I remember we all flew over there together. Oh, that's right. Then we beamed back. And
Yeah,
then we...
this is round 2 on this big
my
ship.
God.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Right. Okay. I'm
Right.
meshing memories.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a month ago too.
Yeah. Thank you.
So it's my understanding. I think.
Yeah, I
is
think,
that
it's just the two of
it's
them
just,
left.
yeah.
It's
If the-
you
if I
and
took my whole
Ubrasi and Epetta that are not on board the Barbican.
Well, I think it would
Well,
be...
Richie was with me, so I took that whole team.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I was assuming.
I thought he was still up on the
He was
Oh,
with
right,
me,
he
and
was.
because
Right.
he ran in with her,
That's right.
and you guys were down below,
Yeah.
and you took. I'm assuming you took your
I
team,
took my
Yeah.
team.
so
Bracey's
he is
still
still
there.
standing there.
Going,
Like,
I don't
are
know.
you serious?
Oh
Yeah.
shit. Okay. All right.
So wait, where
Ubrasi
exactly is
gonna die?
Ubrasi?
He's in the hangar
Yeah.
watching this ship
Oh,
drama
yeah, okay.
unfold in front of him.
All right.
He's on like one of the catwalks to observe stuff.
Well, I think I need to remain on the bridge for now to maintain steady
2 dice.
flight. The controls are extremely volatile right now. I am
Just so you see it.
I'm able to maintain course right now. Once you get Ubrasi and Shazaner and everyone on board, you can. I will set as much of autopilot as I can, and then you can beam me in.
You do not have Ubrasi or Shazaner with you. Sensors do a full scan, locate their combat signals.
You can see Ubrasi out the view, like the view screen, like he's there on a thing, but he has turned around and started running away. He looks like with purpose, not just Muppet arms fleeing, but he is running towards something
Okay.
that you can't make out through sort of the other sort of wreckage.
Okay.
And then your scan comes back, and Epetta is on board the ship in the tractor beam.
I say the 24th century version of the fuck.
Pretty sure probably still just going to be the fuck.
The fuck?
Well, that's canon now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you can say it's fucking awesome.
Right? Yeah. The fuck is a Klingon word for what the hell?
Yeah. DA''F,
The fuck.
like capital F, little U, capital Q.
The
Yeah.
fuck.
Maltz the fuck.
They can make planets interesting. The fuck?
You will not give me the Genesis device. Walk it on.
Sorry. Thank you. I knew you would appreciate that one, Dave.
Yeah. You almost got me, too,
I know, right? Yeah.
because you waited for me to take a sip of Coke.
Okay. Sorry, I just need to collect my thoughts. Okay. All right. Barbican to Ubrazy.
You've lost him visually,
Yeah. Yeah.
but he responds and he goes, "Yes, Captain."
Yeah. Yeah. Where are you going? We are going to attempt to get you out. Transporters are offline.
I think I see something that might help.
Copy that. Keep me updated. We do not have a lot of time.
Aye, sir.
Barbican to Shazaner.
Oh, hi, Captain.
Dafuk!
Yeah.
Wait, you are on you are on that ship that was trying to escape?
Define on. I was going to check in when I was at a better point to check in. I'm just kind of hanging out right
At this
now.
point, you're almost like you've gotten to a spot where there's a gash in the hull,
Oh, yeah.
and you've got it almost peeled open.
Yeah, I'm just hanging
You're
out right
just
now.
about ready to get in there.
Look, Captain, I was going to tell you where I was
Literally.
later.
Yeah.
Let me finish.
Can I get back to you in like a second? I promise. I promise it will make a lot more sense.
The insubordination is rich with this crew.
When the captain says report, Lieutenant, that means report.
I am technically on the ship for a value of on. Do me a
I
favor.
want to discipline her, but she's so damn cool.
I have one request, and I will take whatever court martials I'm going to get for this. Could you not try to transport me back in the next, 10 minutes?
Not a problem.
I don't know how long it's going to take me to get through this hull.
Not a problem.
Is there a way to send
Jones,
a
can
video
you-
feedback or something?
Yeah, Jones, can you get me a visual on Lieutenant Shazaner's position?
He's like, I could launch a probe, but she's on the other side of that ship. Like,
I literally...
it is physically between. Oh, actually,
I have a
no.
transponder thing, don't I?
No.
You could-
Hold on. You actually are visible because you've gotten to the
Yeah.
So he's like, oh yeah, and it does the the view screen shift noise.
Yeah.
And there she is, just like pulling away hull panels and like climbing into this open, what looks like probably a stateroom of some kind.
Just peeling open just TV dinner.
Yeah.
Someone's
Yeah.
house inside.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining that the probe turns on just as you see her scrambling into the thing from a hole.
Yeah. At this point, you really see more like feet hanging out as she's like pulling herself inside.
Yeah.
But you can hear the.
Rorg
Open comm
translators
line.
are a serious priority.
Working on it, Skip.
Yeah.
Okay, Captain, I can talk now. I think.
So you're in a stateroom. The door's closed. Nobody's in here.
Awesome. I wish I had I don't even have a camera phone. I could be
We have a
where I am.
tricorder. You could send an
Yeah,
image
that's
of
what I
that.
was
Yeah.
saying.
All sorts of things.
I
You
have the
could-
tricorder.
You could transmit the visuals from your helmet.
Awesome. So
During
I'm
the
just
fit-
gonna
that suit.
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna do that real fast. Here we are.
Sure. You just didn't have a free hand to do it before
Yeah.
because you were two mag boots, a knife, and a phaser, and you're
Yeah.
like, I can't do other.
At
Yeah.
some point, knife in mouth,
But you have a helmet on.
yeah.
Helmet.
The thing comes up.
In space?
We're not in space yet.
No, we're in
You just
atmosphere.
crawled through a hole from the outside of the ship.
I
Yeah,
thought
but it's
we
not
were-
in
we were
space
the
yet.
No,
yeah,
we're still they're in the
pressurized.
hangar.
They're in that
Oh,
docking
yeah.
bay
In the
still.
hangar.
Yeah, right.
There's atmosphere.
I will say that from where you are, it's only maybe 10 or 15 feet to
That's
the
true.
barrier to space.
I'm getting out of the room real
Yeah.
fast. But Abrasi thought it was stupid for me to put the suit back on. Anyway, so here's where I am.
All right, Jones. I want you monitoring that video feed at all times. Let me know as soon as transporters are back on. Somebody get me a reading on the goddamn Klingon ships.
Wait, what Klingon ships?
Perfect timing, because now everybody's had a chance to go.
Yeah.
So the Klingons are going to do something.
Ah, damn.
Well, Klingons.
Boans.
I did see your roll earlier, too, by the way.
That was something else.
Oh, that was something else. Okay.
I'll tell you in a minute.
Okay.
It's real good.
Okay.
Oh, God. Oh, that's not going to be good for us.
There's a third ship. I forgot.
Bad news for the Yankees.
Okay. So, one of the Klingon ships looks like it's trying to position itself so it's pointing into this docking bay. But, like, the idea of moving sideways and not forward is difficult for them still. So they're, like, figuring it, like, they're accelerating over here. Oh, no, got to turn back. And you see the little, like, puffs of thrusters going off on the outside. But two of them have decided to strafe the length of the big ship.
Oh.
Yeah.
So they are flying along and now just... So the ship starts rocking and more red lights come on damaged panels and stuff. But they are kind of doing a...
I mean, I imagine there's a limit to what 2 fighter ships can do.
I mean, they're birds of prey. They're not...
Oh, yeah, okay.
They can hold 2 humpback whales.
Yeah, that's right.
And a bunch of old people.
Yeah, I
Yep.
forgot about that.
They do some damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
So
mean,
what
this
I
is
wanna-
like two like Apache attack helicopters attacking an oil tanker, basically.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. That's helpful. Thank you. So my goal is to find or design or script a graceful shutdown procedure, since all of this stuff is in chaos and I keep having to like put out fires as I'm going.
All right.
And I want to just be able to shut this down without it exploding and just have it be an inert ship in space that then we could deal with later, instead of like having a meltdown or
Sure.
exploding or shooting off into space somewhere.
That is 100% something you can try and do. Okay. So excuse me. Let's do daring and science.
Yeah.
Did
Did you say reason and science?
No.
I misheard. Sorry. It's my trick ear. I need a couple dice.
Yeah.
No, I have 2 blue ones here if you want.
Yeah, thank you. I'm doing some science shit.
I get it.
Okay, so daring and science, and I assume I thought I had computer systems. I guess not. I'm just good with them. I don't think I have a focus that applies to this. Oh, power systems?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're purposely trying to shut down power
Yeah,
systems.
okay. Cool. So I'll apply power systems, and are these for us to spend? Can I get
Yes.
a third
Yes,
die?
we got
Yeah,
it.
mine?
Yes.
Absolutely, yeah.
Please.
Spend it. Yeah.
You got it now.
Yeah.
And
We're
since
fat with momentum.
and I think
Fat
I'm
stats.
using a ship's computer. Am I not?
Yeah.
Okay, so I should. I think I have access to a re-roll on this.
Yeah, if you're a computer-y thing. Yeah. That's
Okay.
what you have. You don't have a focus, but you have...
Right.
You can spend 2 more momentum and get a 4th die. So.
Is that? I don't know. I think we're gonna need that for other stuff. I'm just trying to turn a computer off.
What could go wrong? Sorry,
Nothing.
I did that.
1, 2. What's that say?
16.
No, not quite.
And is this any of these under your
Science.
Oh,
Under your
the
science.
4 is. What's the other one?
a 6?
No, not quite.
So 1, 2, 3. The 16 is not a 6.
No, so 3.
3? Okay. So, that's good enough.
Oh, Chad asks, what's the difficulty, Dave?
It was 3. Who asked?
Cadius?
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
It was 3.
Or Sidious? Well, anyway, thank you for asking. I didn't see it before we rolled, but
It's all good.
yeah.
But you managed to get it set up. And are you activating it right now, or are you just getting it ready?
I'm prepping it so that I can push the big red button.
You are you now have a big shutdown, hand-sized button on a panel.
Okay. Am I able to also hail the Barbican, or is
Yeah.
it out of my time
Yeah.
limit? Okay.
You could have the split second it takes you to go like that.
Yeah.
You could still be working, and then you
Okay.
can tell them what's up.
Yeah. Commander to Captain Malvta.
Go ahead, Commander.
I have a system in place to gracefully shut down the ship. It will become inert and drifting, but it will not explode.
That is good. Now we just need to shut down those Klingon ships so they don't make it explode.
Shall I engage the shutdown procedure?
Sorry, this is Adam delaying. Malvta would just make a decision.
Sure.
All right.
And well, just to clarify too, since they're in the that it means like the force field holding
That will shut
all
down.
that stuff is going to turn off, right?
Yeah.
So that would be an obvious implication.
Yes.
Is that all that stuff is going to turn off, and
Yeah.
the hangar will just be open to space.
Yeah, I think we need the shields right now. I say hold on to that shutdown. Let's see what Shazana can pull out.
I
pull
can't.
off.
Apparently, I have several hull panels.
So, let's go to Epetta and see what's about to happen.
So I'm in a stateroom at the
Yep.
moment. I'm gonna get out of the stateroom.
Sure.
Just before I leave, I'm gonna calm the ship real fast, or calm
The captain?
captain real fast. All right, I'm back. Hi. Sorry, Shazana to the captain.
Lieutenant, we have a very brief amount of time. We do not have transporters. I need you to get Myray and whoever's on that ship and get them off of it, so that we can take care of the eugenics-infested Klingon ships that are trying to destroy us right now. Do you understand?
Eugenics infested Klingons. Sure. Okay. This is the first I'm hearing of this. Off the ship?
We need you off. We need you off the ship, and anyone over there. We need everyone off of the ship, so that I'm not having to try to protect 3 ships at once.
Okay.
And I would also really like Elif Myray in the brig.
That I can do at some point. Can I get... I might need backup. Just a thought.
We're working on a way to do that, but right now you're on your own.
I'm just saying that, you could launch some people. Anyway. There's still a hole back there. Anyway.
We have ideas.
I love that plan. Put people in photon torpedoes and shoot them into the other ship.
Yeah.
Look, I did it just fine.
Yeah, okay.
Wow.
I'm requesting the doctor. No.
You're right.
All right.
Definitely not.
You don't want to launch yourself with a torpedo?
No, I'm good.
I feel like you of all people.
It sounds great, but I've lived this long for a reason, and not being in a torpedo was
Yeah.
one of them. Now on the other side of a torpedo, that's a whole nother story.
All right.
Lieutenant, having you over there by yourself is not a choice I would have made, but I recognize it's a choice you did. You're going to have to live with that, but I trust you to handle it. You're talented and capable. Get this job done.
Copy you. Gonna go now.
Lieutenant Rorg, can we shoot anybody over there? No. But actually, no, I did
Yes.
have an idea.
Yep.
Rorg,
Yes, Skip.
can we utilize transporters on one of the shuttles?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see why not.
Because we have 3 people that we need a transporter lock on.
All right, let me run down to the shuttle.
Oh, if you pull me off this ship, I'm going to murder you.
Yeah.
So,
I'm down for a dramatic running down the hallway. By the way, that's
Oh, that's good.
I love it. It makes me happy every time I have some.
Oh, I meant his description, but the
Oh!
wiki is also
Oh.
really damn good.
So,
I'm gonna actually start heading to the,
Yeah. Friend
Bridge
of the
into the
direction.
ship. Very good.
friend of the show, Maker's Mark, please. Barrels of the fourth place.
That's delicious.
I will say you get to the bridge, and it's populated entirely by a species you don't recognize.
Cool.
Just, I mean,
Yeah.
they're not in your experience.
Awesome.
But after a moment, you realize that they're all sitting in their chairs and stuff, but they're like audio animatronic.
Oh, Jesus.
Like
No.
it's linked to a computer system, and they're like making like they're doing things, and there's like alarms and stuff. It looks like it's a real working bridge of a ship, but it's staffed entirely by automaton.
This is the holodeck all over again.
It's like
No.
Showbiz Pizza.
Yeah, exactly.
It was a museum
Oh,
ship,
yeah.
Right.
It's
Five
Showbiz
Nights at
Pizza.
Freddy's. It is.
but
Freaking Myra.
you get an incoming call from a very old frequency.
You know what that means? Sorry.
We'll answer that hail.
Hit
Um,
you up.
Exactly. New phone. Who this?
But on the screen is a full-on super classic Klingon bridge, right? Like with the super elevated pillar in the middle
yeah.
and like the crew pit down around the bottom.
Yeah.
And there's like this angry Klingon that's like sitting there in the chair.
Yeah.
But then like you see a hand come on the Klingon's shoulder and Ubrasi pulls himself up. And he goes, "Captain, I have a working transporter and I have a ship that might be able to help us."
What the fuck?
And then he's like, "Hang on a minute, I got something," and like then you see him like slip down behind the pillar again, and you hear him like cussing a little bit under his breath as he's like trying to like you see him try and shove like an animatronic Klingon out of the way and like hit some buttons and
Oh, they're not.
and then in front of you on the view screen, kind of plowing through the front of like this debris that's sort of all there, is like the bulbous D7 battle cruiser bow
Nice.
comes pushing out, which is bigger than your ship.
Holy shit.
Like it's like the it's
that
a
was
big
just
ass
hanging out
ship.
in the back of this thing this whole time?
Nobody went right.
We could literally have all the keys in front of us. I'm so proud of us.
Nobody said I want to try and jump on a classic ship. I gave you a couple that you ran past.
Right?
There's an old school Romulan Warbird too, up for grabs.
Yeah.
To be fair, I did jump on a classic ship.
You did.
Let you know.
Just one that was already occupied and trying to leave.
Oh my god. Okay.
However, it starts coming out, and he goes, "Permission to beam off the rest of the crew."
Sorry. Oh, sorry. It's been a long day for Adam.
Yep, that's the one.
Get. Hold on. Oh, Commander Kalim, begin that shutdown series, and I'll keep the channel open to Ubrasi too.
So yeah, it's
Hit the shutdown series, Ubrasi, beam Commander Kalim directly to you. Let's go take care of business.
Do you
So-
have weapons?
hold on, we'll get there.
That was
First, you get a real funny feeling. Like you hit the shutdown, and then you get a real like queasiness about you, and then like you start what is obviously a beaming process, but it feels weird, and it feels not the way you're used to that technology at all.
Okay, well, panic.
But like you're actually able to watch the world around you as it fades away. Like normally you kind of just blank into like white
Yeah.
space and then you're there.
Yeah.
This is like no, you're like able to move a little bit and
Oh,
like
I'm not moving.
and all that. But then you get like big orange globules and then big orange light takes you away, and you appear like in a full-on crazy Klingon transporter room, like
Wow.
with like there's an angry looking Klingon like standing at a console, and he looks at you and Kapah!
Like my hands on my face, and I'm like, what?
Welcome aboard the Grimbot.
Kalim to Barbican?
Make it quick, Commander.
I appear to have beamed onto a Klingon vessel.
Yes, Brazy is on the bridge. Make your way there immediately.
Aye, Captain.
I should have gone even farther old school. I should have made it like there's just a weird dude in like a gold suit that's just standing there with like big eyebrows.
Yes. Can we retcon that?
No, the first time we ever see one of those ships in canon, it was already forehead Klingons.
That's true, yeah.
Because that would have been super confusing.
Why is there just a very dark guy with some
there's
real serious eyebrows?
Sort of a swarthy dude in a gold outfit.
I'm into it. Of course.
Right? Oh, TOS Klingons. Okay. Anyway, yeah.
Cool.
All right, I'm headed for the bridge. Double time.
And he, like, as you move a little bit off the pad, he, like, gestures to the door and it opens. And
Clear to me that he's animatronic, or is that not at all?
since nobody's mentioned animatronics to you,
Yeah. Okay,
No.
that's fine. I'm not going to say anything to him. The door opens. I don't have to deal with that person, so...
that's fine. There's like a computer somewhere like, this dude's kind of rude.
It's fine.
Yeah.
But you are...
We'll remember this.
Well, if I knew it was a computer, I would have talked to it.
That's true.
I'm rude because I think you're a Klingon.
So, you get out into the hallway,
Yeah.
and let's
The tricorder. Which way is the bridge?
do like, reason engineering.
Oh, yeah, okay. That makes sense. I'm glad I boosted my engineering a little bit. Okay.
Because it's sort of you trying to remember the layout of Klingon ships.
Yeah. I'm not going to spin any of those. I'll just roll. I got 15.
Oh, great.
So that's
2 successes.
2, and
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if my
You're fine with 2.
combat tactics.
That didn't come up in like the strategy classes.
Yeah.
Like, just in case you board an old Klingon vessel.
Ancient Klingon ship.
Yeah,
Should be a class.
it's 100 years old. We fight those all the time.
Yeah.
But you turn and you start hustling down this corridor because you know from where you are, you got to run down this long neck.
That's fine. I can run.
Yeah, so you're making your way that direction. But the ship is kind of lurching a little bit
Oh, great. Okay.
because it's like it seems like the ship's underway, but
The gravity compensators aren't right?
it feels like they're not built to deal with other gravity fields.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So the ship is like, it's trying to impose its artificial gravity on you, but there's artificial gravity imposed on the ship also, so it's like
Right.
having a hard time. Plus, like, you hear like pinging impacts on the hull as you're running.
Right.
Oh man.
Great.
It sounds kind of like Texas hail.
Yeah. Well, hopefully the big ship at least will stop participating in that pretty soon.
Hopefully.
Cool. So,
Dave is.
I'm gonna
playing the
say-
characters.
the rest of your engineering crew, they got to make a visit to the doctor.
All right, that's fine by me. Go.
Because you made the roll, you're pretty.
Yeah, I'm all
You've
right.
got a strong constitution.
Yes.
Vulcan and Klingon together is rough.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Iron stomachs.
Yep. 11 fitness.
Oh, yeah. You're fine. But Smithson,
Not so good.
he's green around the gills for sure.
So yeah.
So they will come and visit you.
Great. Oh, there's more of you.
And they look fine, but they look like.
Yeah, we're gonna run some tests on you too, and maybe a shot. Let's get in here.
Shots.
I love how there's just a console in the corner that's like a fold-up fake bar.
Yeah.
That is
It
what
It looks
we
like
have.
it looks like that little thing where they grow
Correction. Fake console.
with a full real bar. Yeah.
The bar is.
It looks like
very
that. It looks like that Next Generation episode where they're trying to grow fungus
Oh yeah.
Yes.
in those little balls, but instead it just fills up from the bottom with whatever is ordered.
Yeah.
and you get a little bulb
That
of
was a stiff.
yeah.
Yeah, I just loved in the original pilot, The Cage, or actually the original pilot was the Menagerie. No, the original pilot was The Cage.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like the doctor just comes in with like an old timey doctor bag. Like he's wearing his uniform, but he comes in with like an old timey doctor bag.
Time for house
Yeah.
visits.
Opens it up and serves a martini out of it.
Nice.
Like it's like Dr. Lost.
Boom.
Yeah.
You guys, I wasn't pulling stuff that wasn't like canon.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. So we're just making sure you guys are all good. I'm gonna do some scans. Great. You guys are not good. What is going on out there? I don't even want to know. Honestly, don't tell me any stories. I don't care. I don't want to know.
So, let's do another. This time, let's do insight medicine.
Okay, great.
Doctor, it hurts when I do this.
Oh, bucket. Need a bucket.
I'm waiting to find out like their outsides came, but their insides didn't.
Oh no, I'm not.
I don't know how transporters work, and frankly, I'm scared of them.
But you know how human beings work, right?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, we're good. All right, so that's if it's under your, it has to be under, not just at your number.
At or under.
This
Fine.
one of them is at, and the other one is just a straight success.
Cool. So, you can tell that all of them have like sort of a severe equilibrium problem. Like their inner ear is real screwed up. So it'll take them a while to kind of adjust, but you can give them something.
They're going to need a boot to the head.
For it, yeah.
You guys are gonna be all right. Just hang out.
They're not horribly like the flied.
Blurk.
Yeah, that would be an asshole GM thing to do. It'd be like, guess what? You die in a transporter accident.
Oh.
No, but
Nobody sees you again.
NPCs could.
NPCs.
You're right, but they would have died at the time.
Yeah.
No,
Not like
I'm
weird
keeping my
delayed
people
effect.
alive.
Like you,
Yeah.
yeah. She has a record to keep up.
That's right.
At least if they were the fly, it would have to be Loss's job to unfly them.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go to Epetta.
Cool. I've started running in a bridge-like direction.
You got to the bridge
Yeah,
and you
I'm
got
at
the
bridge.
aliens.
Oh yeah, it's the freaking robots.
Yes.
Which is annoying, but whatever.
And they're all like they're speaking to each other. Like it seems like it's a full-on simulation of a crew trying to do something.
They're very clearly animatronics, though. Like I figured that out. Right?
Yeah.
Cool. Is there an intercom for the entire ship? Maybe.
You're not familiar with the systems in here? You'd have to do a roll to try and figure out how to work something.
I'm gonna try before I go running from room to room looking for yelling.
You could do like a
Right.
security scan if there's some
Yeah.
thermal sensors, maybe.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I use
You could do insight security.
inside security? All right. I was gonna say my transponder's good, but probably not good enough to just tell me.
Do you want an extra die?
No.
got it to spare.
I mean, worst case scenario, I run from room to
You
room.
still have 3 birds of prey to fight.
Yeah. Inside security.
You gotta spend money to make money.
Yeah. 1 success and 1 fail.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't ask what the level of difficulty was. But...
It's okay. It would have been 2
Okay.
for a full success. 2 in that case would have been you find a security panel and you're able to like use it to locate people on the ship.
Cool.
In this case, though, you do find an intercom,
Wonderful.
so you can do that and you can yell
What's her first name?
Elif.
Elif.
Okay, so I'm gonna just press the talk button.
The ship issues like a weird wail. It's like woo.
Well, that is just the worst. Elif Myray. I'm sorry. Human names are weird.
That's true.
Yep.
There's no apostrophe.
I'm gonna need you to report to the bridge immediately. I was gonna say you're not in trouble, but that's not
You
true.
are 100% in trouble.
Yeah, I'd say you're not in trouble, but I'd be lying. Please don't make me come find you.
It's a pretty good threat.
It's not a real threat. I'm just gonna, I don't know what else to do.
You turn it off.
Turn
I mean, it
off.
wasn't an intercom. Like it wasn't like she could talk back to you, but it was like an announcement.
Yeah.
to the whole ship. So it's like, dinner is going to be
Yeah.
served, and
Gonna wait a little bit. I'm just gonna wait, I guess, and like I'm waiting to. I have a phaser. I'm fine. I'm not gonna beat anyone with an animatronic arm. That would be hilarious.
I'm gonna need that guy's arm.
I'm gonna need that. I'm waiting for it. I'm like eyeballing an arm. Like I'm gonna report back at all six. Captain,
Yes.
if you can log on and teleport to me whenever you feel like doing that, that would be great.
I
not?
would love if teleporters were back online.
Copy that. I have tried to make contact. I'm going to start just going through the ship at this point. I don't have a lot of other options.
Do what you gotta do. We'll let you know as soon as we have transporter again.
Okay.
speaking of which,
So
Rorg is in the shuttle bay.
Since half of a chunk of my engineering team is in the doctors, I told the others, get working on the phasers. Prioritize the phasers. I take, Rockcock and Berg
Nice.
with me to down to the shuttle bay,
Okay,
hop in the nearest shuttle,
gotcha.
and fire up the transporter, and try to use the shuttle scanners to scan for human life form, human I guess, and Dorian
Humanoid.
life forms on this little crappy ship that's annoying the crap out of us.
It's only crap because you're mad at it.
It's a pretty good chip, actually.
The sour grapes.
And so what do I do?
It's got a big hole in it.
Oh, yeah.
No idea how I got there.
Let's
It
do.
was there when you got there.
Yeah.
I'm going to use stats off the ship sheet for the
Okay.
shuttlecraft. So let's do sensor security,
Sensor security.
and it's linked into the main ship sensors and stuff. So you can use 9 and 4, so 13 for those
13,
two.
and for me,
For you, let's do probably control engineering.
control engineering. Oh wait, that's not me. This is me. Control engineering. That's a 14. Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay. So,
What's
Jason,
the
you're rolling
ship's
for
value?
13.
13.
12.
God damn it! I'm having a terrible day.
Well,
Double fails.
we got one from the ship.
One success.
Okay.
Hold on.
Can you make it good?
I think I can make it good.
Make it so.
This thing about find the momentum thingy.
Is it on one of these?
Or, no, values. Point of determination may be spent to reroll all the characters' dice in the dice pool. And, because I am the captain, I believe I can spend my determination to allow... Yeah. So, the commanding officer may spend a point of determination to grant any other character they can communicate with 1 point of determination. This does not have to be linked to a value. So I can basically give him determination that he could then spend to reroll.
Yeah.
All right.
So, because I have the value, I can save everyone. And
Okay.
this is very important to that.
Yes.
I need these transporters back online.
All right. Let me try again.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so again, we're trying to get under 14.
Please.
And you... Oh.
Hey!
Oh, you get
Nice.
to reroll the ship die, too.
Oh,
it's
that's
It was already a success.
It was a
It's already a
success.
success.
Oh, it was.
So,
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
So 3 successes.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's better.
Woo, much better.
And you flash back to when we were young.
Right.
And you got yourself into trouble, and you like fell down a well or something.
Yeah.
And I
remember.
Yeah. And I
And the Targ ran to tell you.
yeah, the Targ ran to tell me.
What's down the well?
Rorg fell down the well.
Dark.
Klingon dogs are called Targs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the computer backpack without the
Probably
U.S.
should
on
have got
it.
that from context.
They're like lizard
cool.
dogs, but they're not huge.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
They have like one
Cute.
nasty tooth instead of a nose.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah, and then and I like climbed down the well
That's right. you
to
did.
and pulled you back up, and you know that I will never let leave anyone
I-
behind.
Oh, I will never
That's
leave
beautiful.
you. Oh my god, they make plushy versions.
Of course they do. Cool.
So, yep.
So, you managed to lock on to Epetta, who
Yep.
looks like she's running down a corridor.
Right.
And there's only one other biological life sign on the ship. But I would say that the scanners detect 2 deceased
Oh.
people.
Oh.
Oh. Oh no.
With the human.
With the human.
Yeah.
Got it. I'm going to leave the deceased people
Okay.
and just take the other living person.
Okay.
And
But you remember me saying, no, we never leave anyone behind. And you bring the 2 deceased people with you.
taking everybody? All right. I send the 2 deceased people. Can I control where people are going on this?
That's going to make it more difficult.
All right.
Like, if you just want to beam them into the shuttle with you, that's just a straight roll. To put them somewhere specific other than in the shuttle with you, that's going to increase the difficulty.
All right. Bring them into the shuttle with me.
Okay?
But I tell Berg and Rikak to pull out their phasers and be ready, set them on stun,
Sure.
and be ready to shoot the person they don't recognize.
Yeah.
Hopefully they know who you are.
No problem.
And that's what I do.
All right. So, let's do 2 difficulty. Control engineering
Control engineering.
from you.
Spend the momentum for an extra die.
Oh, and the shuttlecraft can help again
Oh,
with
yeah.
a 13.
13? Okay.
15.
How much? You said 2 difficulty?
2 difficulty, yeah.
Would you like to reroll this one?
I would like to reroll that.
The
one.
shuttlecraft critted.
Shuttlecraft critted. I got a complication. I got 2 successes because 14 is my goal, and then 3 is under. So 3 successes.
4 successes.
4 successes,
Is that correct?
but a complication.
Wait,
Okay.
but 3 is under your...
Yep, that's why.
Oh,
That's
but
why
you-
it's 4
oh,
successes.
Yeah, but you don't have a focus.
All right.
I mean, systems. I'm sorry, that was me. Systems analysis doesn't help here.
Nah. All right. So here's what's going to happen. The transporter activates, and it starts to materialize, and there's Epetta, like mid stride, with her knife out, like she's
Yep.
a knife and phaser. She's like, and then the other 3 forms, or 2 are laid out on the deck, and 1 is sort of sitting down between them. And she's the same woman you saw before on
Right.
the view screen, but clearly she's been crying. Like, her eyes are super red.
Yep.
Oh, wait, I figured out what it was.
Yep.
And then after the materialization process is complete, you see that it's 2 Starfleet officers, one that was a lieutenant and one that was an ensign. One of them clearly has some kind of Borg thing
Oh, great.
started.
Awesome.
Neither one seems to be moving or anything,
Right.
but like, there's clear the implant
That had
junk
been done.
has, yeah. He's got the 2-prong thing in
Yep.
the neck, and he's very pale.
Yes. I step up and say, Ms. Myre, step away from the bodies.
Can't believe how far you were willing to go. And she slowly stands up,
Yeah.
and you can see she's got 1 artificial leg.
We all understand your pain and how far you've gone, but now is the time for you to step away.
And she looks up and starts to stand up, she sees there's Epetta's leg. And she's like,
Epetta, stand down.
she puts up her hands and she starts standing up,
Yeah.
and like, once she it doesn't look like her artificial leg causes her any trouble or
Yeah.
difficulty. It's like a well-crafted, obvious,
I tell Bird,
top of the line kind of replacement leg.
Take her to the brig, lead her to the brig immediately, And I put up a level 25, I don't know how high they go.
All the levels.
Field, all of the level, contamination field, force field around the Borg body.
Gotcha.
And transport the other one to sickbay.
Okay. I'm not going to make you roll to beam a dead body. That's silly. So that's successful.
Yeah.
And you don't have to roll to set up a containment
Yeah.
field. That's just a thing.
Yeah, and then Skipper.
Go ahead, Rorg.
We got everyone off the small ship. We got everyone off the small ship. I can give you more details later. We're ready to get out of here.
All right. We have Shazaner back on board.
We have Shazaner. We have Myre. There's a lot. We'll deal with it later.
Understood. Barbican to Commander Caleb on the D7 Klingon cruiser.
Captain. I assume I've made it to the bridge.
You're probably just getting there.
Yeah.
Like, it's a long neck.
And I'm fitness 8, so
Oh, yeah.
I had to take a couple breaks.
Oh, that's right.
Jesus.
Damn it, Jim, I'm a scientist, not a...
This is why we beam places.
Like,
why didn't he beam me onto the bridge?
as you run past, like,
Boyfriend,
several
right?
other doors, like, they've opened up, and there's, like, scenes, almost.
Okay.
Like, you're starting to get the idea that something's weird, because, like, the door opens up, and there's a bunch of Klingons singing opera, like, and they're, like, drinking, but their cups don't have anything in them.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, this is Chuck
Oh my
E.
god, that's
Cheese in
hilarious.
space.
Yeah, a little bit, but not creepy.
It's Disneyland. It's animatronics.
Yes.
Right, yeah,
It's the Hall
exactly.
of
It's
Presidents.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Right, but
Klingon edition.
space.
Right. Yes.
Okay.
I love the
So you get to
Pirates.
the bridge, and like Ubrasi is like running from console to console, trying to work things and pilot this. Like you can see out the view screen, you can see the last of the debris sort of clearing around. You see the Barbican and the other ship in tractor beam.
Well, so my assumption, I love Ubrasi very much. My assumption is that with all the automation in the ship, there is probably like a command center that is meant to emulate all the other panels and just let somebody sit in one place and do all this.
There is not.
Oh,
I mean, not that you see anyway. Not in the bridge.
okay.
So maybe there is somewhere else, but like the bridge looks to be like it was preserved for a museum.
Okay.
So it's kind of smoky in here for some reason. Like
Yeah, someone's been smoking.
it's a little hazy.
Yeah.
Taste,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smells like 1977. Okay, so great. I'm gonna grab him for a quick hug.
Aww.
Oh,
This has been a shitty day.
I haven't noticed.
We get that, and then yeah, I'm just gonna start trying to. I'm gonna head over to the science console and see if I can sort of network these things.
Do you
together.
speak or read Klingon?
Just say
At one point,
never know.
When the GM asks if you know a language, always say yes.
no, I get it. I want to be fair about this. I remember we talked about it at one point.
Yeah, actually, didn't you do like a, or was that me that did a officer exchange on a Klingon ship?
I don't honestly recall. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
I think didn't I rescue my XO from Klingons?
I thought that was Cardassian.
Oh, they were Cardassians.
Cardassians.
Your nemesis.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I probably have some basic Klingon. You know,
I'll let you do a roll.
took a year
It's just
in
going to
college.
increase the difficulty.
Yeah, that sounds fair to me. I'm definitely not fluent in Klingon.
Sure. Okay.
Okay, so what all should I roll?
So let's do. What are you trying to do with the science console?
I'm trying to link, I'm trying to find that thread that's tying all of this together so that we can do this a little bit more organized. Because I assume
Sure.
we're going to have to fly this ship somewhere, and the two of us doing that are going to have a real hard time. So,
Bracy is a language expert, by the way. That is his specialty.
oh yeah,
That's
Which is why he's had no problem controlling the Klingon
Right.
computer.
Okay. Well, I'm going to ask him for help. I'm like, hey, this looks like the language reset button. Is this the language reset button?
There is no language reset button, but he can help and translate.
It's an American flag. That means speak American.
It actually just it has a drop down menu you find, and it's like all the different shades of the Klingon Empire symbol.
All right, that's fair. Okay, so yeah, trying to figure out how to link all these consoles and get this thing workable, so we don't have to run around like
Sure.
crazy people.
So he's happy to help translate,
Yeah.
and I will reduce the difficulty
Okay.
with his help. But he's not going to be able to be doing other stuff while you do this.
Yeah, that's fine. If we
Okay.
get this done, then we don't have to run around like chickens with our heads cut off. So,
Very good.
um,
Give me an insight science roll.
okay, I could do that. And does anyone mind if I buy myself a third die?
Go for it.
Go for it.
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
critical success, a 7 and a 14.
Is just on. So
Four successes.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, got it.
That was much rejoicing.
Oh yeah, we get the thing back plus some. With
You were
interest.
right. You had to spend money to
exactly.
make money.
You gotta spend money to make money. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
you spend a little while, and you're starting to link the computer systems together.
Now that one comes off.
But then you think
Yeah,
about
we
it for a
spent
minute.
one
Oh,
and got
okay.
two.
Oh, okay.
So
Honesty.
I like how you guys strategically put the whiskey between me and the momentum,
Oh,
so I have
sorry,
no
what do you
idea
mean?
how much you have. But you're sitting there for a minute, and you're starting to link all this stuff together, and you realize there is a programming layer that is not on the surface of this.
That's what I wanted.
You could probably just talk to the computer
Yeah.
and ask it to do stuff.
Okay. Great.
Compliance.
Computer, take us out.
And all of the Klingons on the bridge spring to life,
Oh.
right? It's Maha! And they start yelling at each other, and the captain's up there eating something that he pulled out of the side of the chair.
Computer, volume down.
So now they're all making the movements,
On my bridge.
but there is no audio.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
great.
okay. It could be quiet. Then we could have ASMR Klingon.
Yeah,
fine.
yeah. You just hear smacking of Klingon lips
Oh, that's
now.
the worst.
It's a Klingon mukbang.
Stop doing that.
But the lights on the bridge come all the way up to full illumination, and on the Barbican, on the view screen, you see that bridge that was starting to kind of come out at you.
Yeah.
You see all the lights come on now, and it starts to move forward.
Okay.
And you see it, and it actually is pretty good at what it seems to be doing.
Yeah.
It's stabilized out, and it begins to rotate all the way around to fit underneath you and the other thing to get out
Oh,
the
wow.
door.
Oh. Okay.
So it, and then it's accelerating at a speed you would consider unwise.
All right. Here's what we're gonna do. I want the tractor beam. Use the tractor beam, reverse it, shove that
Well,
silver
you
ship.
should flip it first.
Smack it, flip it, rub it down.
Or that too, yeah. If you're gonna do that. I'm just saying, if you're gonna flip it, you should reverse it.
Yes.
Put the thing
Reverse it.
down and reverse
And
it.
then reverse
Yeah.
it. It is
Here.
worth it. I'm gonna work that. Yeah. Reverse
you.
the tractor beam. Shove it towards. Push it real good. So, shove that silver ship towards the closest bird of prey, and then I'm gonna let this Klingon ship, this D7, come out of the hangar, and the Barbican's gonna be right behind it.
Okay.
Kind of in its wake.
Okay, it's going to
that's
be
the
a
tactical.
series of rolls to make this part happen.
Oh, Jesus.
Sorry.
All right.
So,
We're gonna
let's
use some
start
points.
with reversing the tractor beam to fling the ship as a weapon.
Okay.
So, the Barbican can help with weapons and engineering, so that's a
Okay.
13.
All right.
The roll that we're going to need is going to be insight security.
Oh, okay. I'm not terrible at that. Okay. All right. I got a 15 in that.
Yeah.
All right.
So let's start with that.
All right. And then we're going to spend
Momentum.
Get an extra die.
Well, where are you trying to push it again?
There is a bird of prey that's trying to line up
Oh,
to be
right.
able to shoot, you'd assume, into this bay.
Yeah.
Like a block.
Pop that
You
out
try to
first.
throw a rock at it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Basically going to, like, clear the chamber for you to come out guns blazing.
Oh, sure.
And then that's right behind
I don't know if our guns work.
I don't either, but we'll find out.
Dave, I also want to
Feels
add.
like something we should.
Chat very helpfully reminded me. I speak Romulan, and I do remember
Ah.
that. So
yeah.
I'm just going to write that down
No
on my
success
sheet.
from the ship.
Cool. Rock on.
I got, we got 3 successes.
Okay. And again, I'm the absolute worst at giving you the difficulties first.
You really are.
But
3.
3 is
That's
good.
reasonable.
It's good. So you you managed to get the ship moving again with the tractor beam, but again, the tractor beam has a real hard time holding on to this ship. So it's not flung like a weapon.
Yeah.
It's more just like a
Yeah.
get out of here kind of a thing.
It's really, I really want it more as a distraction to like get their I want them like going, oh wow, they're doing this
That's
when the
coming at
real
us.
threat is about to come out.
Cool.
So, yeah.
So that is happening.
Yeah.
That's
Fainting
fine.
attack.
Now
Fainting
we're
attack.
gonna need a roll to try and turn the Barbican around in a restricted space.
Yeah, that's what our pilot does.
Yep. So somebody can roll as the pilot.
Okay,
Yeah.
ready to do it.
Got a lot.
For service.
So let's do daring and con.
Okay, that'll work.
This kid is so hot, he created an STD. So this is like...
Oh,
That's
Space
true, he
STD, I
did.
see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
I'm-
Alas's like favorite.
This is
buddy
definitely
pilot.
one of the people I'd
Protege.
probably have helped him at some point
Right?
if he
Yeah.
had
So
some
you want to help with
STD.
some commanding?
Oh yeah, I will assist with command because I'm doing that.
Okay. And the ship can help with engines con. So a 12 for the ship.
Engines con. Oh, that was.
I know,
It
that
was
was
a
a delta.
delta.
That's okay. I got 2
Okay.
successes with that.
Okay,
Let
and
me
then
reroll
because I'm
this.
assisting with command, we get to reroll one.
7. That helps. The ship helps. That's a success from the ship.
And
Oh, damn it. 4 successes.
That,
Yeah.
that
That's-
turns
Before
it
you
in-
tell me how many you had.
and assisting with command, that turns it into a success for me.
Yeah, we have 4
That's
successes.
4 successes.
4
Okay.
successes, Drew.
All right. So, you
Good job, hotshot.
you manage to bring the ship around. Like, it gets real close for a second to the charging D7 battlecruiser
yeah.
that takes up a big chunk of that
Right, yeah.
space. But, like, you're swinging around as it's upside down. So, like, literally the front of your ship is, like, following it for a second. So you probably had, like,
Do it.
20 meters clearance.
Right, yeah.
Like,
We're doing a like Trinity. And
Oh, yeah. Whoa. Matrix.
yes.
That was fun.
Right.
And I forgot to write something down. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to give you that.
Sure.
That's
Okay.
you.
Thank you.
Not over here, over there.
I like the pictures.
I know.
Oh, that's
You
not
had
what
Jason
we're
and
flying.
Bug.
Right. You're that first one.
Sorry, I looked up a picture on the internet.
It's cool. But now you have the stats for the ship. so.
Okay, thank you.
So, let's do that now.
Okay,
So, you are coming out of this docking bay
yeah.
pretty quickly. You're aware of exactly how close the Barbican swung next to you,
Yeah.
but you're like, okay, and like the Klingon crew, like they're like look like they're doing stuff.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Kalim 2, Malvta, are we engaging in combat?
Yes, we are. The goal is to disable, if at all possible.
Okay. we're coming about.
You are mainly just the distraction. We are right behind you. Now, be ready to drop shields for us to beam you out of there as soon as possible.
Right.
If things
Mute.
work out.
Shields up. Unmute.
Okay. Just shields, or do you want to do like an alert
Yeah,
status
yeah.
kind of a thing?
Yeah. Red alert.
Ah, very good. So, like, the lighting changes. Now it's all like a dark green light, and, like, you can see there's like a display of the ship, and it has those little dot lights
Oh, yes.
that go all the way around the outline that come up. Let's do a roll. So, how about the Klingon battle cruiser can roll its structure engineering?
Okay.
And you can roll with yourself
Yeah, okay.
to do probably control engineering.
Yeah. Okay, that's less bad. Who wants to roll for the 9? Thank you.
Terry.
Get some.
Okay.
I'm here.
And I'm doing this. What's the difficulty, please?
The difficulty here is going to be. Let's just do 2.
Okay. So I'm going to spend one of these.
Yeah.
Get a third one. We'll do it for science. Combat tactics plays into this.
Sure.
All right. Here we go. No. 2 yeses. Did you say? What am I rolling on?
Control engineering?
Oh, engineering. So that's not a crit, but I think that is. Oh no, it's not. No. Okay. So 2 successes. That's a miss. So just 2 successes.
Okay, but that was enough.
Okay.
So you, like, as the little dotted line is going around the ship, showing the shields coming online, like, you take a second and, like, you quickly reach over and hit, like, the button next to it, and, like, it skips 2 dots and moves on to finish putting up the rest of the shields, because the Barbican was, like, that. And, like, if the shields had come online, it probably would have pushed them out of the way.
Okay.
Because the old shields,
Yeah.
they're not precise.
Got
They're
it.
kind of just like, eh.
Bubble.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cool.
cool. So, but then after you clear, you can finish raising the rest of the shields.
Got it.
But Ubrasi, like, looks over and he's like, the weapon officer panel seems to be working.
Well, okay. Weapons track the bird of prey targets and target engines and fire.
All right. So, let's do...
I'm just curious to see if, like, does a bang flag come out of the torpedo tube? I'm honestly not sure what's going to happen.
So, let's do a weapon security
That
roll
would be amazing.
for the battlecruiser.
I was gonna
Okay.
say.
Weapons, security. Okay, now that's a 12 at least.
Okay. And there should be a crew rating or something listed
Oh.
there.
Crew rating. I don't...
Like standard crew or something.
Oh, do you see it?
Crew proficient.
Oh,
Okay.
Proficient, yeah.
Okay. So, you can roll for the crew, not with your own stats. You got to hit a 13.
Oh, yeah, okay. And what's the difference?
So you'll roll your 2 dice.
Yeah,
The ship can roll a die at whatever those 2 things I told you are.
yeah.
But then you can roll to try and hit a 13 as the crew
Okay.
of the ship.
So the reds have to be 13, so the blue has to be a 12.
Okay. Difficulty's going to be
Did you get
Wanna
another
do
die?
that?
3.
Does he get 3 die for this, or is it's?
Well, the crew is
2 for the crew and 1 for the ship.
Do you want to roll for the ship?
Yeah, I'll roll for the ship.
Okay, so the ship is a 12, and I'm rolling 13s.
Do you want to buy an extra? You said you need 3 successes, you said?
3 successes.
Yeah, we
yeah,
might as well
but
buy
yeah.
an extra.
I need a matching die.
Red.
Red, please. Thank you.
Get them colors right.
I rolled a 6 for the ship.
Is that 2 successes?
2 successes over
2
here.
successes.
So 3.
3 successes.
Okay.
Hey.
So, the cinematic camera angle of this, it shows like this upside down battlecruiser just starting to stick its head out this door, and then like the weird ball covering thing lights up and starts glowing, and then it's boom, 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 and 3 old ass looking photon torpedoes come flying out there.
Chug it along.
You had this thing freaking live fire inside the hangar?
But it seems like they're going. And you have a hit. Now, what's the... It should have, like, the weapons listed in there?
Remember, she was pretty much insane and paranoid.
I was
Photon
going with, like,
torpedoes.
this is what a torpedo looks like when it's ready loaded.
Yeah.
Photon torpedoes.
Yeah, range long, 6
6
something.
delta, high yield.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you can roll 6 damage dice.
Oh, thank you.
And then 2. Yep.
I got it. All right. I don't know what high yield means, but
You didn't set that ahead of time.
oh,
So,
okay. I've got 4 splats and
1, 2,
and a pointy
4, and then
A
a
delta.
delta.
oh, the Delta can activate the high yield thing, but I don't remember what that does.
bit. Okay.
It's in the ship.
High yield does an extra breach when you roll 5+.
Good.
So,
Thank you, Chad.
And it counts as a damage, so you did roll 5.
okay.
Yeah.
You specifically said target the engines.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a little difficult because these aren't super modern photon torpedoes. So they're not like wee, like.
Yeah.
But it flies out, and you do impact with sort of the back end of the ship. You penetrate the shields with that much damage, so you have caused a breach on the engine compartment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
So it starts listing a little bit out of position because it was kind of trying to navigate itself a little bit, but then it looks like its main engine has gone offline. It's outside. It's for
outside.
real.
Oh, that
There's some
engine.
base.
Okay.
No, it's somebody with
No,
all
they
that
got
bass.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
I
It
love
was
that
coming through the
bass.
microphone in a real
Yep.
weird way.
Wow. Yeah.
Ululation.
Yep. Okay. Well, I think that's
You have done that.
our turn.
And the D7 battlecruiser is now fully out of the docking bay.
Nice.
Engines are glowing. Like, it looks, aside from some scrapes on the paint from pushing through debris, looks pretty cherry.
So is the Klingon ship where the captain stands on like a?
No, he has like a throne.
Oh, okay.
He's like in a raised throne chair.
Okay. And there's a guy sitting there.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Computer, have the captain stand in the corner.
And it's like, I'm sorry, I can't move the crew members. You would have to detach them yourself.
Shove the animatronic out of the seat.
Here's a captain's chair. I can sit in it.
You can do that.
Yeah.
It's just going to take your action
Yeah.
to remove the Klingon captain
We'll
and pitch
see
him
how
over the
things-
side.
We'll see how things. I did a whole bunch of stuff, so we'll.
Yeah.
I'm
obsessed with getting a captain.
Yeah, I'm over at the panel where we just did all this firing solutions, and now I'm like,
Have you
That's
considered
his
sitting in
character's
the
art,
Klingons'
you
life?
know? It's like, get in a
To be fair, you've done a lot of stuff, but mainly you've just said a couple of things.
oh, that's true. Huh?
So you haven't done, like,
yeah.
a lot of actions that you had to be doing stuff. You
in the
told it to
clouds
do
lab.
stuff, and it did stuff.
So really what I'm doing is I'm looking at the captain's chair, and then I make eye contact with Ubrazy, and I do this sort of like,
And he's like, really?
Now? That's what you're thinking about now?
Picture
Well,
Joey's
yeah.
face looking at you.
Yeah.
Like
I
you just
know.
did something real dumb.
I
We
know.
have a gift for
I know
it.
this look a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, we love you, Joey.
He's giving it to the computer screen right now.
Just
All right.
giving it right to the computer screen?
Whoa.
I mean, who hasn't?
Jacker Khan.
I wasn't going to say it. I'm glad you did.
Right.
All right.
Man.
What the hell else is going on here?
Yeah, that's what we need. More of that.
I'm just over here. Just happy to be here.
It's actually really nice to say.
Joey confirms.
So let's do the back to the Barbican.
Yeah. 'Cause we're doing stuff.
Yep.
All right, so we are going to come out right behind that D7,
Mm-hmm.
guns blazing.
All right.
And,
So, navigating out after it isn't going to be a problem.
Yeah.
Like, because there's nothing in your way now.
yeah.
So let's do the roll for the shooting.
Okay.
So let's do weapon security. That's a 15.
And they're coming out right behind us, right?
Yeah.
Okay, please
Yeah.
do not shoot us in the ass in the
No.
process.
We're shooting at those.
Someone tell me we did not fire on that Klingon.
Yes. Okay. Are we firing torpedoes?
What movie is that
Sorry,
from?
Star Trek 6.
Yeah,
The best.
good. So,
So
good. So good. Nunta gross.
All right.
You know how distracted I get
I
when
know,
you start
I-
quoting Star Trek
It's not my fault.
2, 3, 4, or 6.
No mind.
Sorry.
At
Five was
one
one
point in
shattered,
Star Trek-
dude. Yeah.
It's hot trash. Sorry, hi.
Hot trash. It's you can say it.
It's hot trash.
It does have the fantastic Scotty moment where he knocks himself out.
It does. It
That
does.
part makes me real happy every time.
It has some moments, but generally trash. Okay, so we're firing. I want photon torpedoes at the next nearest bird of prey. So not the one they just knocked out,
Okay, well that one's still operational.
but the engines are knocked out.
It
right?
looks like the engines are damaged.
Yeah. I'm gonna trust that they
Okay.
did the right job.
Okay.
Or that they're gonna stay on that one. So let's
Very
get
good.
the next one.
Okay. So I'm going to say it's a 4 difficulty
Okay.
because it's not right in front of the door.
Yeah.
So you're going to be coming out having to like shoot at the one that's moving past.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So
That's fine.
the ship can do weapon security. You can do control security.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Could you make an argument for daring control?
Daring security?
Okay. I don't know.
Not
What's
daring.
higher on
Daring
the
and
list?
control are both
Oh,
attributes.
sorry,
You want to be
Dick.
shooting? You want to do the shooting?
I don't think I'm even on the bridge, but
You
I
could-
have.
you could have
I'm
made
sure
it by
I've got
now.
another-
Yeah, you can make it to the bridge by now.
Oh, I had thought I was taking
Yeah.
what's her face down to the bridge.
No, I sent her with Berg
Ah,
Yeah.
cool.
because she's not a real
moving,
threat.
moving through the ship is a minor action, basically.
That's true.
That's NPC work.
Yeah.
All right, so
And I'll assist with command.
daring security or daring security.
Yeah, you can do daring security.
You're your system command. I'll roll for the ship.
Okay.
Sure.
All right.
Would that be
4 successes, you said.
So that would be
insight command presence?
yeah. Let's do insight command because you were like,
Yeah, that
let's
sounds
when you sussed out where to fire.
Yeah.
you know, that- yeah.
Going off my instincts of you shot that one, we're gonna go. Yeah. Okay. So insight command.
We got this.
Yeah.
Right.
It's gonna be great. Okay.
1 success or critical success.
I have a focus in battlefield tactics, so I'm guessing that should crit. So I got
Okay.
a crit.
So that's
4 successes.
4 successes, 5.
5. Okay.
Nice.
Here's one of them.
Shabby.
Not
No.
too shabby at all.
Yeah,
Okay.
not that it matters. I think I might have had something to augment that even more, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, we've done it
Oh,
right.
good.
Yeah, we did it
We
already.
did good.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Photon torpedoes, yeah.
Pew pew.
Yes.
So, in actuality, your phasers would be better.
Oh, okay. All right.
The photon torpedoes thing, it actually suffers a negative because it's close range.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll use the top
Phase is actually
phaser.
better.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
one that's
not
still working.
Blown out.
That's better because that's 7 damage.
Yeah,
It
so
is.
7 damage dice.
Yep.
Oh Jesus! All right, I
Yeah.
have little hands,
Do I have
guys.
phasers?
You have disruptors,
Mighty, but mighty.
but you didn't.
Okay.
You didn't specify.
Yeah.
Crit.
Okay.
3 deltas
3 deltas,
and 6 star thingies,
6 star thingies,
Yeah.
and a
and
blank
1 blank.
Okay.
So that's 6,
actually
7, 8,
I
9.
need the book back for a second. Sorry.
9 damage with 3 deltas.
It's on the
have
same
another
I feel
page.
like I should know this, but the
We do,
deltas
but give me 1 second.
Here,
Oh,
I'll,
that-
yeah, I'll give you my.
I just want to look up what vicious and versatile do.
I need to get that book.
It's so pretty.
It's
such a
gorgeous.
pretty.
It's-
book.
I just honestly, I want it for the bookmarks. Is that crazy?
know, right?
I'm
Yeah.
obsessed.
They were cool.
The bookmarks.
Yeah, they each have the
color-coded.
like the right
Oh, that's
department
so
code.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
really cool. It's really beautifully done, and the illustrations are stunning, and I love it.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a gorgeous book the whole way through. They did a really good job on it.
Huzzah, Modifius.
Yes, that's Modifius. Thank you
Cheers.
for 13 episodes of awesome fun.
Oh my god, I love you guys. So it made me sad.
13 episodes later, remember what the deltas do when you get the undamaged rolls?
Yeah, they activate. You can activate the qualities of the weapon.
Oh.
So, like, you could do the area blast with it, or a spread, or you can, like, the versatile thing lets you, like, control the power level of them.
okay.
But in this case, you're like, make with the killing.
Make with the killing and
Well, we
engaging.
we want to make with the disabling.
Right, yeah, but make with the damaging.
With the damage, yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
what I
we
mean.
We want to take out their engines.
Okay.
I made a lot of
We want damage. We want
You
damage.
made
Have it
cute.
back.
I made Q.
Thank you. That was six
I used Q.
6 damage plus 2 deltas,
3
3
deltas.
3
deltas.
deltas.
so 9 damage altogether.
9 damage altogether.
Yep.
All right.
A third console flipped open, there was another Q.
Double Q, huh?
What were you shooting at?
Oh, dear God. Actually, you were the one
No
who...
time to talk.
Damn it.
Answer me now! Don't wait for the translation!
Is it engines?
Engines.
Targeting
Okay.
engines.
Okay.
Alright.
So, you like the nose of the Barbican comes out just on the tail of the battle cruiser, fires a phaser up and to the right, manages to hit. Like it wrecks their shields. Like it's a solid hit, and it scores some damage, but it doesn't look like it takes out the engines.
Okay. No. But it hurt.
But it hurt. We made it
Hmm?
hurt.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah?
I think it's my turn.
Yeah?
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know what this
Can I have 2 dice? 3 dice,
know
actually.
the
Sorry.
Augmented humans are going to do.
No, 3 of the.
Oh, you those.
I have to do something first, then I get to roll for damage.
Stop giving him damage dice early.
I'll take an automatic success if you want.
Oh, yeah.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Nope, 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 nope. I have an entire squad of security officers ready to punch these people in the face.
Yeah.
Don't let that be for naught.
The shields are down on 1.
That's true. But I've got to get the transporters back up first.
Yeah.
Unless you call the Klingons and ask them to help. Use
Send me
their
over. I'm not
finished
yet.
janky ass old transporter.
Ugh.
God. Ooh.
You don't want to do that.
It worked once.
What could go wrong?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's gonna be fun.
lots.
So, okay.
By the way, I've called down to the transporter room, and they have one job, which is to monitor the D7's shields, and any time they're down, immediately grab locks on Ubracy and Kalim.
As soon as the transporter is working, Captain.
Yes.
And we'll do a roll for that in a minute.
Cool.
Can I have 7 damage dice, please?
Ooh.
Ooh.
No, don't give it to him.
We don't give it to him. He can't roll them.
Sorry.
That's how the show ends, me just grunting and reaching.
Guess you missed.
Yep.
2. Son of a bitch. Can I see your book for a second, Adam?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
What page is that?
I'm on 259.
There's some shield damage marker. I think
I
that's
moved the chat. I have to move the keyboard for a second. Sorry. I can't talk.
This entire game has been Malvta just transporting Epetta out of places she wanted to be.
Yeah.
I've just,
But listen, if I get a good roll, you'll be transporting someplace we want to go.
Yeah.
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 But yeah, like every time, just about to do something. And out.
Boop.
Yeah.
All right.
It's for your
So,
blood.
It's like the kid on the leash.
So the Barbican is going to take a hit to the shields. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5
Okay.
shield damage,
Yeah. And I think we have 10 shields, right?
I
We
believe.
have the Barbican has 13.
13. Okay, and I don't see our resistance written down.
We have +2 though.
Oh, yeah, plus
We have
2 to
+2
whatever it's
ablative
supposed to be.
armor.
Yeah.
But that would be after shields are done, wouldn't
Okay.
it? Ablative armor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So 5 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
And now,
You rolled good.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and that's also looks pretty
it's
good.
kind of garbage. So, 5 shield damage to the battlecruiser.
Okay.
From the one that was kind of drifting, it still has its disruptor cannons.
So you have shields 10. So
They
your
can
shields are
kinda-
down 50%.
Pivot around, and
Okay.
if you'd like a scratch piece of paper, I
Yeah.
can supply you with one.
Might be worth double checking. Chat thinks resistance comes before shield damage. Resistance
really?
is subtracted.
Oh, does it?
But
I believe
worth
them.
Double checking.
100% I believe them. My bad.
The only
So-
reason I said it's because ablative armor, because it's specifically ablative armor, which is that's a hull thing.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking
That
too.
they-
but
that they
I
might-
mean, we can do it however you want to.
No, I 100% believe the internet
Okay.
before my memory of that. So then you take
So I have 4 resistance. So I
One
take 1 to
damage.
shields. Okay.
Mhm.
-1.
and then let me.
They
And so then
agree
we
that
take-
it's a weird thing.
And then we take -3 because we have +2 resistance.
But that's got to be +2 on top of what we already had. I think we're supposed to have like.
I'll tell you in a
7.
second.
It's probably 5 + 2.
Is it?
I think so. Based on this excellent computer plugged into the side of my brain. And being fed information.
I don't have a resistance listed in the book for the Akira class.
It's. Oh, weird. It's not on there. What the heck?
There's probably a list with like ablative armor on it somewhere. Do you want me to look?
Yeah, go for it.
Or you to keep gift box?
That's fine.
But all right.
But worst case scenario, that'll just change the. It's not you. It's the
That
light.
light's
Okay.
flickering.
Yeah.
It flickers
The
often.
vessel's hull plating has an additional ablative layer that
Gonna be okay?
disintegrates
Yeah.
slowly under extreme temperatures, such as those caused by energy weapons and torpedo blasts, dissipating the energy and protecting the ship. This plating is replaced periodically. The ship's resistance is increased by 2,
Yeah.
so that doesn't.
Oh, resistance
So-
equals your scale.
Oh.
So
okay.
scale is 5.
And
Yeah,
we
so-
have +2 for
+2,
blade
so
armor,
7.
so it's 7. Yeah.
But I still think that the blade of armor shouldn't count until you're taking hull damage.
Yeah.
I'm inclined to agree.
I'm
So-
fine with that. So
So,
we'll lose so same 5 down on our shields.
no. Because you took 5 on the shields, right?
Yep.
So if you had 5 resistance, you take nothing to the shields.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And then we'll get the +2 when the shields go down.
Yeah, if the
Right.
shields go down, then you're +2 on
That,
resistance.
that makes a lot of
That
sense.
makes sense.
Yeah.
All right.
That's the way I feel about it.
Yeah.
So our shields are still good. Our shields are still at 100%. Took a good shot.
Super strong, like ox. Yeah.
Yeah. But Captain, the shields on the. No, you only took 1. Right?
Yeah, we took 1
One
to our
taking
shields
1.
damage because we have 4
The
resistance.
shields are still holding on our friends over there on the D7.
The final bird of prey out there, it swings out and cloaks.
Ah, bastards!
How have we not developed technology to fix that yet? Or to detect that?
It's illegal.
This last bullet
figured it
point
out, yeah.
seems pertinent.
Yeah, you'd have one.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh boy,
It's fine.
Caleb
Everything's
is
fine.
happy. We're in trouble. Someone's in trouble.
I like
You mean
it.
he saw a new
Okay.
spreadsheet?
So now let's do the repair roll for the Barbican and their transporter.
Oh yes, please.
So you can roll for
Okay.
the engineering department.
Engineering department. So
Use
what's-
your stats. It's
use
fine.
my stats. So this would be what? Command control engineering.
Well, how about let's do presence engineering? I know it's weird, but it's because you're not actively working on that system yourself.
Yeah.
You're directing your crew to do it for you.
Alright. Why can't I? Alright, so that's a... Hold on, that's a 7 and a 4 is an 11.
Okay.
I
And the
believe in you.
sh-
You can use one of these at some point. We still got like 30-something minutes.
And the ship can help with engineering computers. So an 11.
Computers, and I will burn one of the momentum
Sure.
to get another thing here.
Somebody can roll for the ship.
Engineering computers.
Yeah. So
Engineering
11.
Computer for... So this is 11 for me, right?
Oh, nice.
3 successes.
Oh, there you go.
Sorry.
Yep, just 3 successes.
3 was plenty. Give yourself one of those things back.
Hold on. Engineering.
Oh.
And 1 crit. Because this is under my engineering.
Nice.
Oh,
So, 4 successes.
so there's another one of those.
Woohoo!
And then roll a damage die.
Blank.
Okay, nothing happens.
Yay!
If you got a delta, you get an extra momentum for your
Ah.
untapped potential thing.
Ah!
Because you spent momentum, then
That's
you
right.
get a chance again.
Alright, but cool.
All right. So the transporter system is back online. The transporter room lets you know.
Captain, transporters are back online.
Nice. Excellent work, Rorg. I could remember your rank for a second.
Just Rorg.
Excellent work, Rorg.
Are there ranks? Are there here?
If they're on, we stopped caring.
Kalim, we have transporters back online, so when there's appropriate opening, if things are going south, be ready to drop shields and we'll get you out of there.
Yeah, with your permission, Captain, I think it makes sense to have 2 ships flying rather than 1, and I think we can be more help out here right now.
All right, let's give them something else to shoot at.
Captain, but also remember that 1 ship, their shields are down. The one Kalim damaged. So
Yeah, well, while that third one is cloaked, let's take out the other 2. Pew pew.
would you like us to shoot it, or would you like us to send someone over there as an option that you
just
might
see
not have
Epetta pop
considered?
up over the chair. I had a thought, by the way.
She want to get over there.
Mm-hmm.
So I am not sending you to a Klingon ship full of eugenics warriors.
I am not there, but I'm
actually-
going to agree.
we trained for this. This is the thing you and I sat down and trained for. I just want to remind you of that.
That's a last
Yeah, we
resort.
did.
Yeah, you basically approved of this already.
Last resort.
Thank you, past captain.
Ship
But
dad.
Dad, you told me I could go fight them.
I did have a thought, though.
What's that?
You know that shift. Okay, so the what are they? Eugenics humans. They were they trying to tractor the silver ship out? Does anyone remember what
Nope.
that was happening
No,
there?
it flew out
Okay.
and kind of.
It's just floating
Damn, we
into
could've used
space.
that.
Well,
Just,
not
like,
now.
throwing it at them.
Oh, I already did.
Oh,
That's
we
what he did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I was wondering about that.
Yeah,
Alright,
that's
cool.
what we did.
They didn't roll. They didn't roll well enough to make it a weapon.
Yeah.
He just
Oh,
made it
okay.
into like a
That's
hey,
why
look
I just-
over here, shiny ship.
Shoved it.
It
Yeah.
just left my head because
Yeah.
I couldn't use it as a weapon.
Yeah.
That's why they didn't get a shot when you guys first came out.
That's what I was trying to figure out.
What do you want to do, Captain?
But I need a sensor scan on that Klingon ship that has the shields down. How many Klingon life signs are on that ship?
All right. Well, let's
do a sensors.
security.
Yeah, I'd give a sensor security from the ship. 13. And then who's gonna roll? Who's gonna do the
Who does sensor
sciencing?
Science? I do not do science.
Kalim usually does.
Yeah,
I mean,
right,
I
yeah.
can.
I'm away.
I can.
Yeah, you got it. Rorg, do it, and then I'll roll for the ship.
So
Okay.
that'll be what's its
So, like a control science.
control science? I mean, I got an 11, so let's see how that
It's
goes.
better than my 9.
All right.
All right, and then
And then for the ship, you said sensors security,
Yeah.
so that's a 14.
13.
13.
Okay, all right, I'll roll that. Let's spin. No, let's just do it. Let's see what's up.
So this is control science.
2 successes.
I got 2 successes.
We got it for the ship. Yeah.
So we got 3 successes.
3 successes.
Momentum!
Ah. Okay.
All right. So, on the one that's disabled, it was not the lead ship. There's no Klingons on that ship.
None.
What? Word? Okay.
Just
no living
eugenics.
Klingons, or just no Klingons, period?
There's no Klingon life signs on the ship.
Just eugenics warriors.
If you wanted to specifically search for if there's dead Klingons on the ship, that'll take a minute.
No, I'm not worried about that. If they're dead,
They're already dead.
they're Klingons. They'll be fine with the dying in a fiery explosion. That'll be good for them. They like that sort of thing.
Whoa.
Wow.
They do!
I was like, that's
Wow.
racist.
Right here, dude. Wow.
Tell me I'm wrong, Rorg.
Technically
Tell me I'm
correct.
wrong.
Wow. Rude.
This is uncomfortable.
Anyway, would you like me to blow that ship up now? Since it doesn't matter who we're blowing up?
Does that count as a
That is
microaggression?
not what I said. Okay. If we beamed all those Klingons over here, you'd be wanting to burn them yourself.
No, we're good.
Anyway.
That was taken out of context.
Anyway,
Malata stands by his racist towards Klingon cultural beliefs. Those dudes are predictable. No, but that just tells me that like if we do end up having to blow it up, I won't feel bad. So
Yep.
yeah.
because eugenics people aren't real people.
Yes, yeah.
Well,
But,
that part's accurate.
But let's focus on disabling the other ship. So not the one with the shields down that has no Klingon life signs.
Okay.
Not the one that's cloaked, obviously. So the
But the other one that you hit once.
Yeah, let's fire on that one.
Firing. You want
Okay.
to fire, Epetta?
Yep.
You want to fire some torpedoes, maybe?
I'm not doing anything
They're
else.
still
They're still too
closer
close?
than yeah.
All right. Well, fire and phasers.
Is this
Yep.
possible?
It's searsed with Command.
I'm still rolling daring security, yeah? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
You want it to be that ship? Sure.
That'd be cool.
Control.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
That's fine with me.
Daring is higher.
So daring, security, and the ship is helping how?
The ship would help with weapons and security.
Weapon security. So 15.
The ship is good at that.
And then
That
inside
is-
command.
Sure.
Assist.
That is a delta and a success. So 3 successes for Peta.
4,
4,
5.
5.
5.
Roll thy phaser damage.
We're back to 7.
Yep.
I can count. There we go.
Please back damage.
Right. That was not great.
1 delta. 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. 5 hits.
5. Okay.
5 hits. 1 delta.
Remind me how untapped potential works. Can I reroll it? Well, I already
You didn't
did, so I
spend.
can-
You didn't spend a momentum.
Yeah.
Not worth it.
Cool. So you hit their shields.
I thought you had a thing where you can reroll dice.
Um,
Reroll damage.
I can.
Or is that just with your... I think that's just with your knife, maybe.
It's just. I think it's just with the Ushan knife,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Oh, that's the vicious, I think.
And later, I do have pack tactics, so if people help me, I can spend momentum to assist for successes or something. It's weird.
Okay.
So we hit their shields.
You've hit their shields.
Pew pew.
They're still up though.
Damn it.
The first one's shields are down because I didn't do resistance right. But we're just sticking with the fact that its shields are down
Okay.
because it's easier than retconning and figuring out what the damage would have been.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, they just, they're not experts at managing power.
Yeah,
and
their shields were only kind of up.
Yeah, they were caught off
Okay,
guard.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
kind of a semi-shield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First thing in the
So the
morning,
show
have to
kinda
pee
lies.
shields.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's nobody's fault. It's nobody's fault. It's just sometimes it's an older ship, and sometimes
This got real personal. I don't know.
it's natural. It's totally normal. And
Wow.
it's
Always
nothing
these
to,
done before I drink my whiskey again.
nothing to
All right.
be self-conscious about.
Get it up, Klingon.
Oh my god. Now there's a song.
Good
Oh my god.
I don't know what Adam was just singing, but it's better than everything I've ever said in my life.
I just parodied a Poxy Bogger's song
Oh, okay.
about an old man who can't get his
He's making people wait in line at the whorehouse.
Oh,
You can't.
Aww.
I would feel bad about that.
Yeah.
Great song. I just broke Clara.
All right. So, you have shot. Now it's going to be...
Okay.
What did you direct your Klingon crew to do?
Oh my god. You have some plans.
Okay.
Pretty elaborate.
So these other ships aren't really doing any sort of evasive maneuver.
Nah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, the one kind of did. Like, it flew off and cloaked. That's
Yeah,
kind
but
of...
I can't do anything about that guy, right?
Not right now.
And the other two... Sorry, I was looking up a bunch of stuff. They knocked out the shields on one of them.
Yep. And its engines are damaged.
Okay.
one.
But
The
not-
other one, the shields are hurt. Their shield systems are...
Okay. But the engine's up and
They're
running full speed.
still moving, yeah.
Okay. So
And it looks like they're beginning to come about.
Yeah. So what I was hoping to do was get the disruptor beams on that one,
Mm-hmm.
and then cloak.
Sure.
Okay.
Wait, can Klingon ships detect other cloaked Klingon ships?
I don't think so.
Maybe of the same generational era.
All right.
Maybe there'd be some kind of a computer transponder thing.
That would make
Yeah.
sense. It seemed
Yeah.
pretty silly that if all your ships cloaked, and then you were like, I don't know where those other guys are.
Well, it would be really nice if we could talk to those other ships right now. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure there is something,
Yes,
but since this
yes,
is 100 years old,
Yes, yep,
it's
it's fine.
I'm
Yeah.
sure they don't have the command codes to.
Right. It's running Windows 95.
Yeah.
How do I pronounce that Klingon word?
Off.
Gur'oth. Okay. This is the IKS Gur'oth.
Off.
Nice.
What's that mean?
Going to cloak.
Well, first let's roll for your disruptors.
Well, that's after I shot. I said
Yep.
that.
You shoot.
Yes.
In the future. Okay. So what is this? Control security?
Or daring security.
No. It's control security. Well, actually, daring's pretty good. It's better than my fitness.
Isn't everything?
Yes, literally.
And then your ship can roll their
What's the
weapon
I'm
security.
not fast.
weapon security? So weapons. That's a 12.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, weapon security is a 12. I'm going to buy an extra die.
Yep.
You know, in mine?
Yeah,
Do it. We got
So-
all that.
All
all
right,
the
I'm
momentum.
rolling 3 on
Spend money, make money.
Right?
control. Wait, control security?
Yeah, that's what you said.
Yeah, all right. So I got to get 12s. Unless I could do control command. As I tell the computer what to do.
Well, you can't. Well, yeah, if you
Not
want to, yeah.
targeting.
Okay,
You're not
good.
doing it yourself.
Yeah, I'm good at telling people what to do, especially computers. Okay, so I'm rolling 14s. You're rolling 12?
12.
Okay.
Ah, 13.
What's that one?
It's at 19.
Okay, so
19.
2 for me. I think it's 2.
Just
Two's
two.
enough.
Okay.
You're not in a tricky navigational situation at this point. You're
Okay.
fully out of the docking bay, etc.
So, disruptor cannons, also good for close range, which I think you were saying we're in close range.
Yep.
And it's 9 delta.
Yeah.
And then it's vicious 1, which does +1 damage for every delta.
Right.
Oh,
So-
boy. So
Or-
here's some.
That's what vicious
Or
does.
+1 damage for if you get a delta, or is it per delta?
It's per delta. Each delta can activate a special effect.
Yeah, okay.
So
You need how
I
many
need
more?
3 more. I'm rolling 9, right?
You got
the
enough?
damage is 9? Yeah.
Yep.
I still have some here if you need
I
to.
got it. Uh-oh.
Oh, that's a lot.
That's a
of
lot.
Oops.
Dang.
1, 2,
think I jogged
2
too
deltas. 1, 2.
You
So
get the
that's-
hang of
By the
this.
way, I was targeting the
8,
one with the shields up. Did I
9,
make that
10.
clear?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
11,
Phew. I can't remember if I said that out
Two
loud.
each now.
So
Was it
2,
Plus 2. Yeah.
2,
Yeah.
and then
4.
4. So no,
6,
That's
8, 10,
6.
12.
that's 6 here,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Plus
yeah,
8.
Yeah,
plus
14.
8.
14.
14.
14.
Oops.
Why were you shooting at the one with the shields up?
Because I don't want to obliterate the other ship. It's already damaged.
We're okay with that. We've already decided that
Are
we're
we
okay
trying
with
to
that.
capture
We're
them?
okay with it, but we take prisoners if we can.
Yeah, that's my
All
goal is
right.
to take prisoners.
So, that was the shields were also damaged already,
Right,
Because they've taken
yeah,
several
yeah.
shots from the
They
Barbican.
pop like a soap bubble.
So that's a lot.
That was a lot.
What were you shooting at specifically?
Engines.
Engines again. Okay.
Yeah. We just want to stop
All right.
them.
So like the 2 disruptor mounts on the sort of wing back section,
Yeah.
they lance out. And it's just angry. It's angry green boiling through space.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Acid green.
yeah, and it just hits the back of this bird of prey, and it kind of bucks like something kicked it in the ass. Like the shields just collapse, and like the disruptor beam just goes straight through the engine compartment, like just.
Hope everyone's okay.
Yeah, hope we didn't breach. Hope we didn't breach your warp core.
Right.
That's gonna suck.
We already know what happens then.
Yeah,
That's a
nothing
lot.
good.
Yeah, that was good.
You did good.
And then we
There's a reason why it's a Klingon battle cruiser. Like it's not made to fuck about.
Yeah.
Klingons aren't like, let's go on our mission of science and prosperity. No, they're like, we're gonna kick some ass.
Bracy, I
Wow.
like this ship.
Space
Computer
pirate,
engage
space,
the cloak.
space pirate, space pirates.
So the lights go from like the dark green battle lighting to like this muted blue kind of color.
I'm super into the Space Pirates spin-off, though.
Yes.
I'm down.
It's just Kalim and Bracy, Space Pirates.
No, I'm on that team.
Would watch.
Yeah.
I'm
I was gonna
teleporting to
say,
that ship
Would
as we
watch.
speak.
I think Alos might be down for that, too,
You're all
honestly.
gonna abandon me.
Well, you
Did
can
you
come
see
too.
that?
You can be the curmudgeon who doesn't like doing things.
No, I want my ship where we follow the rules.
Enjoy your ship.
You'll be fine.
Enjoy your rules.
Yeah, we're gonna go shoot things and steal stuff.
We like the idea of a ship that just does everything for us when we tell it.
Yeah.
This is how we go from Star Trek to Firefly.
Right, yeah.
Exactly.
See, I like the idea of a crew that does everything when I tell it.
Yeah.
So me and Trist are going to stay on the Barbican.
That sounds like a great
Yeah.
idea.
You jokers go off.
All right.
Have our own ship.
So you like the D7 battle cruiser that's just kind of out in front of you guys just goes
Yeah.
and is gone.
Cool. That's great.
I told him ahead of time. That
You
was
did.
the line that I had.
Yeah,
like,
But
where
yeah,
it's
I
going
mean,
to
but
come.
you see it do its thing,
Let's hope he stays.
and it takes longer
out
than
of
the
our
new
way.
cloaking devices.
Yeah.
I'll stay
Like
out of
it
your
takes a
way.
little bit, and the music changes. That's a detail I should have added earlier. On that ship, it plays like the angry Klingon music all the time, like the theme music. Well, no, like the Bum 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 bum. Like it's just playing weird background music all the
I
time.
thought maybe they had some like Earth classical music.
Nope.
No.
No, definitely not. That is not what you're getting on that ship.
Then there's like
By
drums
which I would mean
and
the Beastie Boys, obviously.
oh
yeah.
no,
Oh.
that's not in my
The
Star Trek canon.
Giants.
Yeah, that's all right. I'm the only one who liked that movie. It's fine.
It's cool. And there is a weird track that you can uncover that's like just screamy punk music.
Hey, okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Trying to push a button, we'd be better up dead. Cause I hate you. And I destroy you. And I
that's the
wait
track
to
for
get
sure.
to you.
Yeah. That I'll give you.
I want to be on that ship so bad. These are my people.
And yes, internet, I can quote pretty much every moment of Star Trek 4 line for line.
Oh boy.
6.
All right.
That's why you're here.
Right?
That's why you're here.
It's freaking great.
It's why we're all here, really.
Right?
Because I wanted to buy this game, and I was like, I'll never find anybody that wants to play this Star Trek game with me. And then Adam was like, God damn, I wish I could find somebody to play Star Trek. And I was
Yep.
like, here's my credit card!
Take my money.
I know. Oh my god. Because I was the same way. I'm like, I'm going to buy this book, and I'm going to love this book, and I'm never going to get to play this game. And it's the only reason I didn't buy the like $500 Borg cube, because I'm like, I will never get a chance to play this game. And then Dave was like, I want to play this game. I'm like, yes.
And they've had no regrets.
Yeah.
No,
None at all.
Not
They
even a
ran
little bit.
through a field of daisies to each
Yeah.
other,
Yeah.
and jumped into the air and embraced.
And then sat and waited for the UPS man.
Is it possible that you and I, we two, have become so old and so inflexible that we have outlived our usefulness?
Yes.
Would that constitute a joke?
Oh, boy.
Star Trek 5. One of the best moments of it.
All right.
Anyway, okay, sorry. Yeah.
Here we go.
We'll stop quoting Star Trek and start playing Star Trek. Go.
Okay. What the hell was about to happen? They cloaked.
Yeah.
So they've
You guys have fired already.
So one ship is
It's Klingon's
disabled.
turn. Yeah.
One ship is straight up not moving around anymore. The other one seems like it's restoring systems.
All right.
They have shields down. Their engines were damaged, but not
Yes.
necessarily gone. And then the other one is cloaked and pretty much undamaged.
Yeah.
I
Right.
again suggest boarding party.
I don't want to drop shields to send people over there without. Yeah.
Fine.
With that Klingon
Tactically,
ship,
that's
but-
a super good idea. There is a cloaked Klingon bird of prey out there somewhere.
Okay.
There's also a
Whatever.
cloaked battlecruiser.
Well,
Yes.
yeah, but you're likely not going to shoot the Barbican if they drop their shields for a
Yeah.
minute.
And if someone could somehow control the
Likely.
other bird
You only
of
said
prey
likely.
and cloak it, then there would
If
be
you
two
can-
bird of prey.
Rorg, if you could figure out a way to beam through shields, you could send a boarding party over there.
10 difficulty.
One of them has their shields down.
Wait. We have a roundabout. We have
our
a
shields
runabout.
up, though.
You do?
We can't be. Huh?
We have a runabout.
Well, yeah, but like she said, one of them has the shields down. Actually,
That's-
they both do.
We have to
now.
drop shields to get to.
Oh, drop our
But,
shields to
wait,
beam out. Yeah.
Theoretically, because I know nothing.
But we
about
don't
how
have to drop
work.
shields to send out a runabout.
I
No.
believe
No.
that's true.
Does the
Oh,
runabout
really?
have a transporter in it?
And
Yes.
it does.
Oh, you could just fly through the shields?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Shields are basically like electromagnetic repellers.
Oh, like an
Kind of.
energy.
Yeah.
No.
So
Yeah.
as long as
You can fly out of a shield.
They'd have to drop the shields for you to fly back in.
Right.
I see. Okay, that makes
Yeah.
sense. I got it.
There's-
I mean, Captain, do you want to put a boarding party on the runabout? I'm just saying. It's an option.
Adam knows this is a bad idea.
think about your wild youth in which you would have really enjoyed doing this too.
Yeah, and you guys are awkward. Dr. Alos, you're the only one who cares.
I don't.
Dr. Locke could go on the boarding party.
Doctor,
yeah.
He hasn't been kicking ass lately.
Yeah, I was like,
Dr. Ross has been the best. in
Yeah,
the fight.
Dr. Loss with a ship full of super soldiers.
This is a great idea.
It's gonna be great.
Yep.
You're over there, seduce them.
I'm just saying, Captain. What would you have us do now?
That's a very good cackle.
I want to.
You just see two antennae over the seat.
Let's fire again on the disabled one.
Okay.
I want the let's take out their shields. I want their shields and weapons out.
Okay.
And I want to be ready to fire on that cloaked ship.
All right. All right. I
Where's
mean,
that damn cloaked ship?
if that's what you want to do,
The thing's got to have a tailpipe.
You might be able to track the D7 that way, but the new ones,
Yeah,
they fixed
right.
that problem.
Yeah.
they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
These are Burrell
Yeah.
birds of prey.
Rude.
Yeah. So yeah.
Can we disrupt their cloak somehow?
Don't
I
we have
could-
an EMP device? We made ages
Really.
back. I could swear we made an EMP device at some point.
Well, we made a thing that disrupted someone's warp bubble.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was the warp bubble
Yeah.
thing.
Not cloak. Let's.
So you want us to shoot at the disabled ship, and while we shoot at the disabled ship, try to figure out how to disrupt the cloak.
Yes.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Such is my command.
So you do the shooting. I'm gonna.
Shooting
We'll
the
work
ship.
We'll work on figuring out how to disrupt the. Little valve
I keep forgetting all these times I've been assisting with command, and we haven't been
To
using
try and track
reroll.
the cloak ship?
Yeah.
It's the whole point.
It's
of the
real
assistant.
tough.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because we get to reroll it.
We're
Yeah.
assisting with command, but also we haven't needed to reroll a lot.
Yeah,
That's true.
Well, now we're going to. Give us a
Yeah.
second.
So okay, so we're shooting for the ship,
Yeah.
Okay.
and that is weapons.
Weapon
engineering?
security.
Weapon security.
And I've been using Daring
15?
Securities.
Sure.
I'm being commandy.
And that is...
And it's only 2 difficulty to hit the sucker.
Okay, alright, 1.
With one success from the ship.
It's 2 successes. If you're at or under your score,
It's
that
fine.
is a critical.
Yeah.
No, that's a
no.
success.
Oh, no, I mean like
At or
your
under your-
attribute.
Yes.
Discipline, not your attribute.
Your discipline, yeah, the lower number.
Yeah.
Boo.
Yep.
2 successes.
So we got 4 total.
They're not moving, so
Ah.
it's not that hard.
Alright, it's gonna be time to spend some. Alright.
That's
So
just
roll
bullshit.
your
Oh,
All
damage.
those long
Phaser.
guys.
phasering damage.
1, 2, 3, 4. Hand me 3 more.
How many more? Oh, 3 more. Hold on. I think you got one. Oh, and
Oh,
then
there
you
we
did
go.
not.
I just
Or
dropped
the
it.
what you can spend on?
Those
Yeah.
little hands.
I got
We
little
got
hands.
a lot of momentum.
I make everything
in-
look big, though.
You do.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3 hits.
Well, it's not a
2 deltas.
Commander
Delta.
Kalim roll, but
5 hits, 2
All right.
deltas.
I'm exhausting my
You know-
luck.
We can spend a momentum to re-roll any number of those.
I would love to do that.
Let's do
We
it.
Got
And
it.
just re-roll the 2? Alright.
Yeah.
Got a momentum?
Reroll these
Yeah.
two.
Yep.
I mean, the momentum's full. We're not going to gain any more until we spend
Yeah.
some,
Alright,
so
so
might as well.
Come on.
Well,
That's
2
better.
hits.
It's 2 more.
hits.
Two
Yeah.
more hits.
That's
So what's your
7.
total?
7 hits.
7. Okay.
7
Yeah.
hits,
Ooh.
2 deltas.
And we can spend another momentum to re-roll 2 resistance for each momentum spent.
So the resistance thing is an opposed roll deal.
Is that's the that's on the opposite side, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you roll, and if you get, you can resist X amount of damage. That's how
I
many
thought
dice
it
you
was
roll.
just subtracted from what damage we
It's
were doing.
it's not, but I've been doing it that way to make it faster.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Gotcha. Okay. All
Good
right.
play.
Because
Good play.
Right?
9:47.
Oh,
Doing
no.
great.
Okay.
Doing
all
great.
right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So I want to. So let's spin 2 and create an advantage. And the person who is commanding the one that we just fired on is actually the spouse of the leader of the
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
the genetic warriors,
Okay.
and this has drawn him or her out.
I like it.
Bam.
Okay.
No, now we made him mad.
All right. What's he gonna do? All right. Here's what's gonna happen next.
Okay.
The comm system beeps,
Mm-hmm.
and it's Ensign Berg to the captain.
Go ahead, Ensign. Make it quick.
I'm sorry to bother you, sir, but the detainee has asked if she can use the comm system.
Put her on. Myra, this is the captain. What is your game here?
She's like, I assume we're under attack since there's red lights flashing and the ship has shaken a few times.
You've noticed.
Yeah, I might be able to help.
You have some influence with genetically enhanced warlords from the 20th century?
No, but that's fascinating. What can we,
What have you done?
Yeah.
like, did we travel through time? What is happening?
But they
No,
did. We are very short on time, Myra.
I perhaps with the correct signal and command codes, I could see if I can get any of my other ships working.
Ooh.
Fire the lot.
Do you want the prisoner to have
I
control?
know,
of the
right?
fleet of
Yeah, I'm
ships?
like, ooh.
Well, I'm not there, so
Yeah.
I shouldn't.
No, that's what.
No, but that's stressful. That's exactly what.
yeah,
you're
that's
thinking about,
exactly
though.
what I'm thinking. Is like, what's to stop her from turning them on to us?
She's on the ship. Well, okay.
That's-
How much does she actually have to lose?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. That would help a lot.
with us in control of them.
Activate
How
them.
far would that go in your report on this whole situation?
Okay, I respect a negotiation. I wish I was there for this.
I know, right?
You do love diplomacy.
Too bad I've just got my own ship now.
And Space Pirate Kalim doesn't negotiate with nobody!
While you were performing some illegal actions, you were an unfortunate bystander in a lot of what's happening right now, and they are my priority. You could gain a lot of leniency by helping us get out of this situation, especially with a minimum loss of life. Am I clear?
Indeed.
Ensenberg, give her access to the comm system.
Can I have 2 dice?
No,
It can only help you,
that's true.
unless she's lying.
Also possible. Ensenberg shoot her in the head.
Like, give her the phone and aim your phaser at her
Right.
face.
Yes, right,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so she... I mean, you can monitor what she's saying and
Yeah.
everything, but, like, she starts transmitting and, like, cycling through a bunch of frequencies quickly. Like, almost faster than you think a normal person should be able to do.
Yeah.
But she's, like, switching a frequency, blurting out a series of numbers and code stuff, and then
no.
switching in another frequency and switching in another frequency switch, and on the sensors you detect there's like 5 or 6 ships that seem to be powering up in the hold that are all going. Let's see what happens.
This is where she kills us all. That's how the series ends.
So like the lighting in the bridge that you're on, it changes to like stark white, like clinical brightness, and like all of the animatronics just stop. The ship is still moving, and like it seems to be moving in a way that you didn't tell it to.
Aww.
Computer update on your status?
Nothing.
Fuck.
Aww. You were so close.
Sorry, buddy.
It's a temporary problem.
I mean, you can work around it. There's
Yeah.
things you could do
Yeah.
for sure.
I'm gonna try and hack into the system and get control again.
Sure. Give us a minute.
Yep.
The last Klingon ship, the Bird of Prey, it is going to take a shot.
Okay.
Okay. You guys haven't done any evasive action or
No.
anything?
Nope.
Yeah, all right.
Thanks for floating here.
We were just hanging out.
Well, you've kind of like come out and
Yeah.
I've just
Yeah.
been making
Shooting.
sure people are feeling better.
We've just been like pew pew pew.
I feel bad.
I know. That's the one difficulty in the way this kind of a game works.
Yeah.
Is like
Okay.
it's like, but
It could be a
Yeah.
feel free to jump in with any other character sheet.
Boyfriend?
I'm happy to be your boyfriend.
Yeah. He's in the pile somewhere.
We should have done this ages ago.
I'm a really good
You
boyfriend.
know, I always forget about it too.
Barbican's resistance is 7,
Yes. Yes.
so you're going to take 2 shield damage.
Oof.
Oh, we didn't take the 5 earlier.
No.
Right?
No.
Okay.
No.
You took nothing earlier, so it's just 2.
Just,
Okay.
right. Was
and-
that from the ship or did that one ship decloak?
No.
Okay. All right.
That's
So
from the one that was like
yeah,
starting to get itself back together.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And the other one is just drifting?
The other one, it still has power, it seems like, but it's not maneuvering.
Yeah. Okay. That's good.
And it's getting farther away down the length of the large ship.
That's fine. It's not going to go anywhere real fast.
Not really. No.
Let's see. Out of the hold, there's like another door opens that seems farther back along the ship. And there's like, I don't know, but there's like, it looks like a full-on classic Constitution ship.
Oh my god!
Starts coming out. Like, spinny lights,
Wow.
the whole deal.
The Enterprise, the classic original series.
TOS?
Yeah.
TOS Enterprise
Okay.
comes out the other side of this goddamn ship.
Wow.
Does it have animatronic Kirk in it?
It's not the Enterprise, though.
It's just
It just looks like it.
Thank you.
That's hilarious.
same class.
And anybody have anything that's like a history specialization, anything
I
like
have
that?
military history.
Yeah, for sure.
I have
You know that this ship has got to be a reproduction.
Okay.
Because the original one was swallowed up by the Doomsday device.
Oh.
It is the Constellation.
Wow. I found a new ship for a Bracy.
And then out of the hold near you, that classic Romulan warbird comes out.
All right.
And it looks like there's still a couple other ships inside that are lining up to come out.
Now we've got a party.
And they move to form up on the Barbican.
Nice.
Do we have remote control over all of them? Theoretically.
Somebody does.
Supposed to transfer it to us. Yeah.
She left all of the frequencies
Yeah.
and the command codes in the system.
Okay.
Like, you have a recording of all of them.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. All right. Yeah. I'm gonna pull those up and start playing with them. Open a hailing frequency. Broad. What's the word? Broad range.
Broadband?
Spectrum.
Broadband. All channel.
Broad
All
spectrum,
channels.
isn't it?
Yes. Yeah. Open a frequency on
I thought you
all
were talking about my
channels.
cable.
And, what do we call them?
They're a fleet now.
To the yeah.
Oh, you're an admiral.
It's an armada.
Technically, he's a Commodore.
Super captain. You're a super captain.
Ultra captain.
Ultra
Yes,
captain.
Ultra
Ultra
Captain.
Captain.
This is how it comes together.
Call back. To the crew of the hijacked Klingon vessels, you will not win this. If you intend to keep your lives, I expect you to surrender immediately. Drop all weapons, power down these ships, and surrender, or your journey will end here. Power up the weapons on all of these ships.
Yep.
Great. I suppose I get that transmission as well, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Got a
the
freaking
weapons
fleet.
console, it comes on.
Yeah, you're not even in control no more.
I'm hacking
Yeah.
Oh, you're hacking. Hack the planet.
the 2 4 fingers.
Let's see how successful you are with your hack.
Okay.
So let's do insight engineering.
Insight. Okay.
Or control engineering. You could convince me either way.
Or reason? No.
Because you're trying to do that. You're not doing like...
That's true. Yeah.
Reason for me is always book smarts.
No, you're right. I gotta improvise.
I like that he always fights for it, though. It makes me
Yeah.
very, very happy. So
Always
it's like,
ask.
you sure? You sure?
Can you brace
You
help?
sure I can't use my
Well, yeah,
my
I bet
good
you can
stats?
assist.
Yeah.
What can I do? What am I doing?
Yeah, throw
Same.
a help die in there.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll do control and engineering. So that's a 14, and I'll buy a third die.
Control engineering or insight engineering, whichever's better.
Insight engineering will do that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Just one.
Okay, great.
And this ship is not helping.
No, it is not.
Nope.
Is
That's
that
not
a
good.
12?
That's a 12.
Okay, so that's a hit. That's a 6 and an 8. I got 3.
Okay, there you go.
19 critical.
So you have
No.
disengaged the computer control mechanism.
Okay. Does that mean we're drifting, or
Yeah.
okay? Well, I'll continue that original project.
I mean, the
I
computer was going to. It was forming up around the Barbican.
Yeah.
So you're not like gonna crash into something or whatever, but you are adrift. There are no more commands being input to the system.
Okay, so we're trying to set up a new control structure.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm working on it.
Sure.
Did my call for surrender get any
The severely damaged drifting away ship, they reply, and that's the one you wanted the wife on, right?
No.
Oh, the other one that's in
the-
better shape.
Yeah, the one that's in better
The one
shape.
that he didn't lance.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that one comes on and it goes like it's the full on like ship has super damage. All of the consoles have exploded for some reason. Why? I don't These damn fireworks controls why every time.
Why do we pack the consoles with gunpowder?
And not have any fire extinguishers on the bridge.
So
Nope.
dumb.
So like it's not quite like Khan at the end like dragging himself over the console
Right,
bloody
yeah,
level,
yeah.
but like clearly they're like trying to get systems working and they're not, and they're like, we surrender, we can't do anything. And like they power down their weapons and all of that, but the guy's like, I'm not in charge.
Lower your shields and we'll prepare to be transported into our brig.
The guy's like, oh,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, he's willing to take that risk, perhaps thinking he can escape and murder you later. But
Yeah.
Well, it's better than the situation he's in now.
yeah, he's
Right?
drifting into debris field.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
the other ship doesn't. The cloak ship doesn't respond for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
The other ship looks like they're starting to maneuver.
Okay.
Not for long.
And their weapons are still up?
Yeah,
Weapons still up, shields up yet?
they're not, but it looks like they will be shortly.
Let's shoot them.
Yeah. Fire warning shot directly into their hull.
Yeah, warning.
Okay.
From what?
Huh?
From what ship?
From the Barbican.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
From
and-
all of them.
Actually,
yeah. Let's
I do that?
open fire.
Fire like 10
So-
beams across
Yeah.
the bow.
Yeah.
no,
No,
At them?
No, we're actually shooting them.
we're gonna shoot them.
It was a warning shot.
Yeah.
We
so
lost-
roll your roll.
Oh god,
This is
so
gonna
much
make a mess.
pressure.
I believe in you.
Oh, that is
Yeah.
a critical success and
Well, not crit, but it's a
Yeah,
two.
Not crit, it's
assist
a-
with.
You can assist with command, but no help from the ship this time. Just you guys.
this is under my security for sure.
Oh.
Ooh, okay, but I assisted with command, so I get to reroll one.
Yeah, thank God.
Thank God.
I will reroll that 20.
Please.
There we
there
go.
we go.
That's much better.
It's an
That would have
8.
been a good time for complication.
So,
Yeah, right.
so
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
under
So
your
this
thing.
is
So that's
under
2
my-
successes.
That's 2 successes, that's 3 successes,
4.
and 4.
Okay. Roll damage for the Barbican.
With phasers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember how many it is.
That's 7. There you go. Oh, come on!
Ooh, it's,
I get to re-roll that,
yeah,
right?
let's reroll. Let's spin a momentum and reroll.
Just
I-
the bad ones?
All of the bad
Yes,
ones.
just the bad
Oh,
ones.
that's nice.
Make him good.
Oh, come on.
Really?
Oh.
Wow.
I
So
rolled
Barbican-
so well in the fucking game.
Barbican's got 1 delta and 5 hits.
Okay.
So 6 total.
You know when you
All
go
right.
to push a button and you awkwardly like hit the side of the button and you're like, no,
That's what happened.
Yeah.
your Q button like didn't even go
The
down
Q
all the way.
button didn't
Yeah.
depress.
You
So-
know it's sticky for some reason.
Yeah, who was on my control before me?
Who's eating Marmite at my station again?
Absolutely
What
fire.
do you mean? What do you mean?
So,
Borg walks away. Like,
so the phaser array lines up and lances out, and it hits their ship. It looks like it's disabled their shields at this point. The Constitution class vessel coming out, it fires like weird pulsy phasers. They're not like a lance of light. It's like, It hits and does similar damage because it has no shields to the ship. But the Romulan warbird that was speeding out past the front of you, it launches this pink cloud. It just belches forth from the front of the ship, and it's like, and it engulfs this bird of prey and incinerates it. Like, it just fucking burned all to hell.
That's a warning shot. They are certainly warned.
They have been warned.
Because the old original
Warned in their
Romulan
face.
warbirds had this crazy plasma torpedo of death. And it just was like a cloud of burning. That, like, one shot wrecked the Enterprise.
And Malvta, you get on there like, anybody else want to negotiate?
Where did he learn to negotiate like that?
Permission to beam over and play Stop Hitting Yourself.
That is not exactly
Now-
what I intended.
Now,
but
when you say incinerated, do you mean like obliterated?
Like,
Yeah.
well, there are some big chunks left,
Okay.
but they are black.
Yeah,
Like,
they're
where they
not-
are scorched all to heck, and the
It's
ship
not
is...
intact.
It is not a ship anymore.
Imagine the cartoon version where it's black and it turns into just powder.
yeah.
Yeah.
It wouldn't boom if you put 10,000 volts through it.
No.
Yeah, got it.
If there are any life signs,
No.
That's a hard no.
Like, you guys took out any defensiveness that ship had. The Constitution ship, like, just pummeled it,
yeah.
and then just cooked them all to death.
Like, oh, everyone on the bridge goes, oh, shit.
Oh my god!
Oh
That is
That was
not
your
what we
goal.
intended.
It's like when you're somewhere and your grandpa says something just horrible,
no! Oh no! You can't say that.
and you're like, yeah, it's exactly like that because it's like that era of ship
Yeah.
with a weird tech that you don't know about because nobody uses it anymore because it's slow and like a ship in reverse can dodge it. Like,
Yeah.
but a ship that can't move and is just sitting there just gets wrecked.
I'm gonna add
It's probably like a war crime to use that kind of weapon.
We violated the
Like-
Space Geneva
Yeah.
Convention.
Well, she did.
Technically, it was under
we
orders.
did. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
I
Let's-
love the visual of, like, I'm looking down at the console working and Brazy sees what happens. He's like, oh shit. I'm like, what? What happened?
He's just pointing at the screen like,
Where's the other ship? Why are you pointing at
They
an
war
empty
crimed
screen?
it. They did a crime.
You may want to look at this.
Right.
That's illegal. We can't use that.
Oh, boy.
Can we at least dial it back? That's not a war crime. I really don't want to get court-martialed after this.
I mean, we are special ops at this point.
We didn't crime on purpose.
We just fired a gun we didn't know what it would do.
In our
That's
defense.
in our defense.
I made it very clear what kind of ship it was.
In our defense.
What kind of
In our defense,
gun
Starfleet.
loads
And you specifically said, no, we're shooting at them.
I didn't know we were going to, like, completely obliterate them.
It rolled 15 damage.
Oh my god.
It's not its fault.
I mean, like, it's okay if an enemy ship does actually blow up,
Yeah.
but let's just pull it back from war crime. It's not a war crime
not a
to
war
use this
crime.
weapon.
It's
were-
potentially.
It
No.
is
It's not.
not even
It's not even
potentially.
potentially.
All right, that's
We were-
I would like to die on this hill, please.
All
We
right.
did not just do an accidental war crime.
We did
No.
not. We
I'm
did
actually,
not.
yeah.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
I'll reach for a DMX card. I did not just have my character do a war crime, even
No.
accidentally.
Yeah.
Nope.
That's fine.
We're
Fair
all
enough.
good.
Okay, thanks.
We're all good here.
Like, I gotta draw a line there.
Yeah,
like, like, Orville is one thing,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
but yeah.
Two other ships, aren't there? Do we
There's
only
one
got
other
the
ship.
one?
There's one
There's
other
one
ship.
other
Oh,
ship.
out
'cause
there.
it
It's
was-
cloaked.
Oh, we
Yes, there's
both
yeah,
of them. We okay.
Yeah, there's one other ship that.
Well,
is-
there's a ship that's disabled, and we've taken we're beaming everyone off of there, putting them in
under
the
the
brig.
brig.
That's
Those
us.
people are fine.
yes,
Those people
yeah.
are fine.
But the cloak ship is still on the prowl.
Cold ship is still on the prowl.
Yes, yeah.
I-
And I'm kind of hoping that having dropped shields to beam over the new prisoners will draw out.
Yeah.
cloak
In
ship.
which case, I will take my opportunity.
That is my gambit.
The
All
trick
right.
is never be the first one to decloak.
Right.
I mean, most of the time.
Yes.
We got a blade of armor. We're gonna be okay.
We'll
Yeah.
be okay. We can take some hits.
Yeah, some hits. We'll be fine.
All right, so I'm going to count that as a collective turn.
Yeah.
Yes.
Great.
Yeah.
So let's see.
Oh my god.
We're all sitting there like,
God, like,
Well,
oh damn.
well, I mean, nothing
dice.
good was going to happen to those guys anyway.
No, that is true. That is true.
that is true.
They are genetic monsters. We were never gonna. It was gonna end.
I mean, we're
badly.
assuming, but we're pretty right. We're right. Correct assumptions.
Whatever, Jason.
That was pretty good.
Jason just tried to cheat, and it was beautiful. He just reached over
It's not a very good try,
Dave's.
really.
It was very bad. He just reached
Oh,
over to
nice.
Dave's.
Okay, yeah, those are
Garbage.
good
Because I
awful
touched
rolls.
them.
Thank you.
They know. They know what I
Mess
want.
with it.
They know how I like it.
I see.
Oh,
All right,
great.
so there is like there's just a bellow of rage over the open comm line.
Ooh.
And like flying straight down at the Barbican, this bird of prey decloaks. It fires all of its weapons,
Yeah.
Oh, no.
and it hits for shit stupid damage.
Shit, stupid.
Not in a good way. Not like a like oh that was awesome in a
Like you rolled bad.
It just wing.
your resistance is 7?
7.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
yeah.
2 shield damage.
Oh, we don't have shields up, so
Oh,
it goes
yeah,
straight to
shields
Oh!
full
It
damage.
goes.
at
It
least.
does go straight to. Yeah, our
Yeah.
shields are down.
Yes. Okay. So straight to the hole.
So,
+2 resistance.
but did the like jittering
Oh.
bridge camera?
But hang on. It is going to do some system damage then, because I
Okay.
forgot the shields were down. I
Yeah.
forgot.
Yeah.
So that's a little better.
Better?
Well, for like a big,
fine,
like a
it's
big
fine.
conclusion point,
Right.
like that guy
Yeah.
like comes out and goes,
No.
That's right, yeah.
"That's
I'm
weak."
being
some
sarcastic.
hurt.
I'm excited
Yeah.
to see what happens.
So I will say that the photon torpedo launcher takes the hit,
All right.
Okay.
Sorry, we don't use those anyway.
so it's damaged,
All right.
and the ship flies sort of right behind the Barbican.
But it is uncloaked now.
It is
Yeah,
uncloaked.
and I'd
Yeah.
like to come about.
Here's your moment.
Yeah.
This is your moment.
All right. Just to double check that they're not. Like if I miss, I'm not going to hit the Barbican.
No, I mean, if you got like multiple
D&D.
complications
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
or something, then maybe we'd talk. But
All right. And I assume we're in close range, so disruptor cannons are
Yes.
good to go. So that's what we're doing.
do it.
All right.
Pew.
What do you want me to roll? The control
Yeah.
command.
Yeah. Control command is fine.
Anyone mind if I buy that one?
Yep.
And Abrasi can help.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Easy.
What do you need?
Get in there.
Could do maybe.
What's your good shit?
The same control command.
Yeah, that's fine. You guys are both working at the
Cool. And I assume the ship's still not helping because I just barely have it working.
Yeah. Well, I mean, somebody could roll for the ship, but it's
for
not
the
like
ship.
automated. It's not an automated
Yeah.
I'll
system.
roll for the ship. So this is
That's the 12, I think.
12
for the
weapons,
security,
weapon
yeah.
security.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's going to be 3 successes.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
I
1,
got a
2,
success.
3, 3.
3 successes.
Okay.
Awesome.
Roll your death damage.
Yeah.
So that's 4,
9 of those.
8, 9. Uh-oh.
Oh, the disasters!
I mean, it wouldn't have been an episode if we didn't knock that thing apart.
You're welcome.
Oops.
Oops.
Well,
Oopsie. Well, that
those are all worth
is...
Oh, jeez, it keeps happening.
Lord, yeah.
So many.
Oh.
Oh, that's...
So many
wow.
deltas.
That is
Deltas.
that is a lot of deltas.
my
That
God.
is-
Golly.
Delta, delta, delta,
6
delta. Can I help you,
deltas.
help you, help you, help
8.
you, help you, help you?
So 14.
14, yeah.
Yeah, those are worth 12.
Yep. So 14 total.
14 again.
Good. Good for you.
I imagine that like extended decloak of the banking around, because that's what Star Trek ships bank, right? In space.
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoosh. They don't whoosh.
They don't.
No,
But
they
they
don't.
bank.
They bank. Yeah.
Which is silly, but okay.
Yeah, if you want that,
That's the thing. You
sure.
find silly.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you could just decloak and be like, not today.
Decloak. You're hovering
Yeah,
like
because
right
we were,
here.
We were
right?
kind of like, as we were cloaked, we were drifting like ready for where we
Yes.
were
Yeah.
going to go, and we had to come about real quick.
Sure,
And
that's
we're
fine.
chasing them.
Okay. See, it's more like you were kind of coming into position behind the Barbican,
Yeah.
and it flies down.
Yeah.
So you
Yes.
peel off straight down after it, yeah.
Yes.
But your damage has eliminated their shields.
Oh.
And roll one more of those for me.
It's a
Delta.
Delta.
To date, we get the rolls.
Okay.
I've never rolled damage dice before. This is great.
Isn't it great?
I think this is the first time I've ever rolled damage dice. I'm having a great
Yeah.
time.
You guys do great with damage dice. When I roll them, they're all blanks.
I get it now.
He's
I
got
see
the
you.
taste for
Not
blood.
so different after all.
Power,
It's exciting.
It is exciting.
Right?
So since you didn't target a specific spot,
Yeah, no, it's
you
a
just
quick
hit the
fire.
structure of
Yeah.
the ship. But it, like, the disruptor cannons just, like, hit and then trace a scar
Yeah.
all sort of down the belly of it as it passes by.
Okay.
It looks like there's some atmosphere venting and problems.
Yeah, so broadcast all frequencies. Enemy warbird, this is your last opportunity to surrender.
And are there any Klingon life signs on that ship?
Yes.
Okay. Beam those aboard. Because their shields just went down, right? With that hit?
They did.
Yeah.
So make a roll for me,
Okay.
because this is a stressful beaming.
Okay. Yeah. This is a...
So the ship can help with sensor security?
Sensor
Okay.
security. So 14.
Insight and command for me?
Sure.
Okay.
Because you're commanding it.
Yeah. I don't operate the transporters. 2 for me.
Fail for me.
Okay. Two's enough.
All right, two.
Two's fine. So, like, onto the bridge next to you,
Yeah.
they're like the Klingon general guy that you saw before. He,
Yeah.
and there's like an older Klingon woman
Yeah.
that looks like she was sitting down, so she kind of falls.
Aww.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's not like the transporter like rearranges you, and makes you stand up.
No.
It's you
Yeah.
just grab them.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Apologies, General, but I'm afraid I'm about to have to blow up your ship.
he's like, kill them.
Would you like to hit that pew 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 button there?
If you want him to.
I'm gonna roll away from the thing. Like,
Hit the pew
He
pew.
kind of does
And,
deserve it.
and he is like full General Korg, like just the giant of a man, like just
Yes.
he's probably 6'8"
Oh
with
yeah.
400 pounds of Klingon. Just
Terry's
Yeah.
into it.
send him to the Alos after this.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
oh, we should get you checked out. Yeah.
Yeah, check it out.
A physical examination.
Looking out for you.
All right. So do you want him to roll?
No, we can.
I'll hold his hand while he pushes the
Yeah.
button.
Better show him where to pew pew.
So let's do it.
And so this is also weapon security for the ship.
Yeah.
I'll assist with command.
Oh yeah. That's good for you.
Yeah, it is. I was just hoping.
You're gonna need
someone-
3.
Can I re-roll that?
That's 2.
Oh, that did not help.
So you get 2 as any of these, or either of these under your... No, I don't think
No,
so.
I wish.
No.
Only 2.
Barely.
Yeah.
Okay. Real quick, we didn't talk about it first. Are the other ships still chained to do what you do?
I mean, we didn't unchain them.
Yeah?
Oh, no.
Yeah. No, that's true.
Yep. All right.
Cool.
There has not been time to
There
do
hasn't been, frankly.
Okay. So, you shoot and miss. Mainly because, like, you had to try and shoot past this big battle cruiser that took off after them right away. Let's see what happens with the old Constitution class ship.
I'm gonna have to do evasive maneuvers.
Oh, dear.
Hey, look at that.
That's a delta and an 8, so I'm guessing that's 3 successes.
You know what I think happens? I think on the view screen you get like the four-way call thing, and there is like a full-on animatronic Commodore Decker, like sitting there all angry. And then you hear that like weird like a whoosh noise from the TOS whenever they fire that like whoosh whoosh whoosh. Yeah. Noise.
Love it.
Gotta release that air pressure.
Right?
What is that?
What?
Listen, I roll shitty for my guys, I roll shitty for your guys too. Unless it's the Romulans.
Go ahead
Speaking
away.
of. I'm so scared.
Wow.
Just say I'm a big fan of disruptor cannons.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Oh, that's better.
That's pretty good.
It's the Romulans again.
Of course.
Of course it is.
2, 4, 6, 8, 9.
Talk to someone.
Okay,
about this
so
topic.
the Constitution ship like swings wide and dives and then begins firing.
Yeah.
And they like stitch up one of the wings a little bit. This Romulan like accelerates super fast and dives like it looks like it uses the old warp drive, right? Like the old school speed of like, oh yeah, our warp 8 is like your warp 1.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. But like it accelerates down after it, drops out of warp, and vomits out another blob.
Terrifying.
And yeah, that's enough of that. It's not as extreme as the last time. The last time it basically like the ship had like 1 left, and then it was like, here's 15 more damage. So this one looks like the ship doesn't break apart, but like it looks like most of the systems have shut down and like it is charred and.
Is everybody dead?
Maybe.
No, you know what? No, they're not. Everybody's dead.
Let's beam off some life signs if they are. Beam them straight to the brig.
Okay.
But we'll
Eventually take them.
eventually
to sick
to
bay.
sick bay.
But to the brig first.
Right, yeah.
Sure. You get maybe 6. Not including the leader guy.
Yeah.
Is he dead? Do we have to go find him?
No, I mean he seems dead.
He did.
But you get 6 of these guys that look like they're in pretty bad shape. Like they've been,
Yeah.
broken arms and legs, and
Okay, yeah. I mean, if we
they've
can
been thrown about.
yeah. We should beam them to sick bay, but sedated.
Yeah.
So sedate them in transport. Yeah.
Sure, that can
Give
happen.
people drugs while they're
No,
beaming?
you can't do that.
oh.
Yeah, I guess you can't.
That seems like a great add-on feature.
Yeah.
Right?
I would be all about it if I could
Right?
figure
Yeah.
it out.
Well, yeah, I mean, for sure that would be something useful, but like it's super complicated to disassemble a person atom by
Yes.
atom in the first
Yeah.
place.
Seems all right.
But you can
Then to try and reintroduce.
you can render weapons harmless.
Yeah, it can, and like it can filter out biological contaminants
Yeah.
and stuff like that. That's a thing.
They
But
can't
like
generate biological.
putting something into a person
Right.
without, oh look, oops, I missed, and now it's like in the wall of their heart, and
Right.
there's this
Yeah,
weird
yeah.
blob of
Oops,
sedative
now
or
you're
something. Yeah,
hornets.
yeah,
Now
exactly.
you're hornets.
That's not what we want.
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
Um,
so we won't send them to sick bay. We will send them to the brig, but we'll
Right.
have security and medical teams
Yeah.
to the
Yeah.
to the brig.
To the brig.
And once they're in the brig, you can always like gas them with
Yeah.
an anesthetic.
Right? Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's
You're
true.
Jesus.
Yeah.
You know what I
With
meant?
anesthetic.
I know. I just needed the end of the sentence. I'm with you.
Jump to
Anesthetic.
conclusions, Matt.
It's
That's what
just
you're
like-
gonna get.
It's a Matt.
This is not the mirror universe. Right.
I love you.
I love it.
So,
All right.
the situation seems to be calming down. Everybody's kind of had a rough day.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
long has it been since we slept?
Not as long as during the initial
Yeah.
thing.
Insane.
Yeah.
It was like 4 days of guess
The
what?
uppers and downers.
Yeah.
We can
So-
we can call Starfleet now.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's call Starfleet.
Yeah. Yep. I
Let's
think
just
so.
let's just hang out here and be like, hey, Starfleet,
Yeah.
come get
Send
us.
help.
Let's call in some assistance. We're actually not that far from Earth. Let's.
Yes.
Yeah. And you can absolutely get some backup. The one thing I want to say is, number one, thanks everybody for playing.
Thank you.
It's been super fun.
This has been great.
Number two, at some point down the road, because I know out there in internet land, you have noticed that we don't have Trist, our counselor, with us.
Yeah.
She couldn't make it tonight, but what we're going to do is we're going to find a day in the future where we're all free. We're going to come in and we'll do little 5-10 minute vignettes of her doing after this action counseling with everybody.
Oh my.
It's gonna go great for
gonna
me.
be
I
great.
feel it.
So that'll be the very special epilogue for
yeah.
Second Star. But other than that, this was going to be it for us.
Are we sure that Kalim and I will not have resigned our commissions? Taking
Maybe
that
you
battle
will.
cruiser
Maybe you're going to have a talk about that, like if that's the choice you want to do.
Already on our way to
Yep.
the fringes of space to explore
Yeah.
And
in
be
a
helpful.
Klingon battle cruiser.
Yep.
Yeah.
We just want to help people.
Yeah.
We're helpers.
Yeah.
The
Pirate
prophets,
helpers.
The prophets
the
have
pirate
predicted
king.
this for me.
Yeah.
The Pirate King. It is. It is. A whole thing.
Pirates is such an ugly word.
We're only pirates if we take. We just ask strongly.
Yeah.
For stuff.
Give
Courage.
us. We just show up in our battle cruiser
Yeah.
and say we would like this.
Hi, can you give us your gold press latinum, please?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then they do.
They just give it.
They just do.
Excellent.
boy.
So,
Can't argue with that.
let's see what else is going on. There's some stuff that'll be on the calendar that he'll put up.
Yep.
There'll be something new coming down the road very shortly to follow up with this. And yeah, what else is going on? We should talk about that because things are going on.
Yeah. Sundays, we're running Demigods.
Indeed.
Which is the game that I made.
And you made your characters, yeah?
Yeah, we
Last
did
time.
character creation last night.
World creation?
And, world creation. We ran Kimmy's Decima game.
Cool.
To set up
Great.
our part of Bangalore, India that we're in. And
Bangalore.
there is going to be some serious nonsense in that game.
Oh my god.
No,
I
no. It's gonna be super square.
Oh, yeah.
Straight
Very
laced.
boring.
Lies.
It's
Oh, I'm
gonna be
sure.
Lots of
Right.
book reading and
Wait.
quiet. tea
I would like to
times.
warn you, Rob's playing in that game.
Yes.
Yes.
And it's a D6 based game.
Yeah.
Prepare him always to win.
Yeah, okay.
Just
Yeah.
letting you know.
all right.
That's fine.
We did a lot of near dying in Dungeons and Dragons when he was playing and rolling d6 for damage.
Yeah, I've heard that about him. That's fine.
He's like the D6 anti-stork.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright,
That's
good to know.
great.
Good to know.
Somebody will roll well.
Yeah.
At one point, historically, we played Risk together.
Oh, no.
He attacked me with 2 little armies, and I had 10 dudes. Guess who won?
He did.
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm, all right.
clearly.
That's incredible.
Good
So
to
that's
know.
not just his good rolling. He made you roll badly.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow, that's a power.
Yeah.
That's like me trying to find a parking spot.
Yeah. Yeah. Your luck damages those.
You can find me on the Twitters at jholfam. Outside of here, I also write. My episode of Marvel's Cloak and Dagger airs, the one I co-wrote, airs on Thursday at 8 p.m.
awesome.
on
That show's
Freeform. And if you are in the LA area, I have a play reading coming up on April 28th and 30th with bespoke plays called Snakeskin Suit
Yeah.
about whether or not dating the devil is a deal breaker.
That's medium.
not.
50-50.
With
Yeah.
date.
That's not
Yeah.
what the problem is.
That's,
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah. The
Have you seen that Lucifer promo? Dating the devil, good idea.
Yeah. I'm in the Demigods game, and you can find me also here on every other Saturday playing Scum and Villainy. So a
Oh,
little
right on.
more space piracy.
I'm so sad I don't get to see that. I was supposed to be in that, and I had to bow out. Sorry.
What setting is that?
It's a Forged in the Dark game.
Oh, okay. So it's not like a Star Wars.
It's not a Star Wars.
Yeah.
It's its own sort of like
That's
It's
cool.
Star Wars-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's inspired.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah,
cool.
I like that game a lot.
I'm in Adam's upcoming Changeling
Yeah,
game.
we're gonna
Very
start in a few
excited.
weeks. Yeah.
I've already sort of figured out the character I want to play. It will be very, very cool. Otherwise, you can find me on the Twitterverse yelling about the color pink. Still,
Yeah.
it was a weird Thursday. At Clearly Golden, which should be somewhere around here. I don't know what the thing
Yep.
is.
Yeah, you're roughly right.
Okay. Yeah, at Clearly Golden and just around. Also, I guess I'm doing fair or something like that. We're in a little band. No one's ever heard of it. We're called the Merry Wives of Windsor. Not
Kind of a big deal.
We're a really big deal in a really little pond.
I love it.
I like it.
Y'all are great, though.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh,
Hi.
so good.
Yeah, you can find me here next week. I think we're winding down with our D&D Dragon Heist.
Yeah.
Oh, next Monday. I'm so excited and sad. I know, I love that show. But it's all right. We're going to do another one and another show I'll be on soon coming up. So can't wait. What else? Horror Movie Survivor. Check out my podcast about scary movies.
Yay!
Oh, and RPG podcast, 12-Sided Stories, Otherworld London. I'm playing maybe a werewolf, maybe not.
Oh.
1890s London.
Yeah.
Very fun.
Hot werewolf.
12-sided, very hot. 12-sided stories. Yeah.
I'm on Twitter and Instagram as @Hubuck, and I will be starting. I'm running the Changeling 20th anniversary, Changeling the Dreaming 20th anniversary edition, starting here soon after the Dragon Heist game ends. And it should be really awesome, and I'm very excited to come back to this. It's one of my all-time favorite games, and the 20th anniversary White Wolf system is mega fixed from what it originally was.
It is playable.
It is playable, yeah. Yeah, it's not just a 500-page book of setting. It actually has some rules in it that work.
And I understand they have an index in the book?
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
a thing
So
that
all
they've-
new things
Yeah.
for them.
I'm
Working
very
rules
excited to
and
learn
an
this.
index. It's super fun. Anyway, but I love the whole setting, and I'm very excited to play it. And this is about as inactive as I've been on Happy Jacks for a long time, and I will not be in anything else for a while because my world is crazy right now. Yeah. So I have a lot going on, so I'm kind of excited to just be down to one game. But I'm running it, and it's White Wolf, so that will be a lot. Yeah, so I can ramble more and more. If you would like to get on the forums or get on any format and talk to me about Star Trek, I will never let this die. So I'm always happy to talk about Star Trek. Yeah, so...
This was great fun. Thank you, Dave.
Yes,
Thank you.
thank you.
This is great.
So excited I finally get to play this game.
And I'm kind of excited because this will be the first time in 3 years I'm not running a Monday night game
Oh.
coming up. I'm going to be playing in something, so I'll be around, but I won't be running Rift or Tales from the Loop or Star Trek on Mondays for a while.
Yeah.
So I will have the relaxing time of being like, cool, I don't have to do any work.
Just
Show up and
Like,
play.
like my Mondays, I'll have time
You
to
sh-
do stuff.
You should write recaps for the game.
Maybe.
Oh.
All right, I'm going to take us out. One last play of the second star music.
Yay!
Thank you, everyone.
Bye. Good night.
Live long and prosper.
Why haven't we been ending the show like this every time?